Hello.
Hey, I'm one of those. Excellent.
I go through every so often and leave servers that I just don't speak in or have any connection to, really.
Yeah, I'll get invited to it and then just be like, yeah, this is nice, and then nothing's happening. I'm out of here.
Right. Solid.
A mobile game that you play. Which one? Oh. Huh. Oh. I just never left. Yeah. Oh no, the degens.
I love it when that happens. Like,
Call 'em-
everybody agrees with me.
Call him a fart and move on. We can hear you.
Yeah. Oh.
Crap. Oh, it's going to be just dead air.
Unless they can hear us, but not Necro.
That'd be a weird
That would be
conversation. I can't wait to.
No problem. Oh, they can hear you and me, Jesse.
Yeah.
They just can't hear Necro.
Okay.
Test. Okay, yeah. Twitch is picking me up now. Hi, Chrysynth. How's it going? Thank you for letting me know, Alice. I'm going to have to delete that YouTube video that I put up now because apparently I wasn't being picked up. So I did say hi to Moogle and Sarah and Alice and everybody. You guys just didn't hear me. For some reason, it wasn't being picked up by Streamlabs. It is being picked up by Discord, unless that's changed.
No, we can still hear you. Oh, I can still hear you.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, we got it. If you ever see me, like guys that came in early, like Moogle and Sarah, if you ever see me flapping my mouth but you're not hearing me, please tell me as soon as you can so that I can fix it. Let me just go ahead and just axe that video then.
Alas.
Sometimes I wonder about making those quick little videos saying I'm live. Is it worth it? Right? Because, you put it up, it gets like 5 views, and then you delete it after your stream. But then I do occasionally get people who come in, hey, Riddle, who say they came because they saw that video.
Well, then it counts. Then it's worth it.
Speaking of people that came from YouTube, I got to tell you guys something. So the other day, somebody comes into my my Twitch stream. I was playing Street Fighter, and they asked me, what happened to Kazareth Studios?
Oh no!
Oh,
Whoa!
Yeah. So apparently they had on Steam the first like game that Kazarth made, and they wanted to play the other ones, but they're not available. So they Googled it, and they found my YouTube where I had like the soundtracks up.
Oh no!
And then they found that I'm a Twitch streamer, and they came by to ask me, and I told them the whole story and everything. And, you know, seems like a cool guy and everything. But,
Cool.
And I said, I wish I had copies of the other ones to send you. I don't, but if you want to go ahead and pirate it, go nuts. I don't give a fucking shit, you know?
nice.
Yeah. I have this feeling like Tanya would be mad if somebody pirated them, even though she took them down.
So that's even
Whatever.
more incentive to do it, surely.
Exactly, right? There are a few things where I'll say like there'll be like a movie or something or a game that I've never like experienced before, and I will say, well, you know, Tanya hated it, so it's probably good.
But
I mean, if you're gonna burn the entire place down, don't be mad if somebody plays with the ashes.
Exactly right. Exactly right. But yeah, nah. It was funny that somebody came by and apparently speaking of Monday stream, somebody tagged me on Twitter. I missed it until recently because I've been so run down this week, but I missed it until today. Somebody tagged me on Twitter saying that they were at a gaming event and that there was my stream was being displayed on one of these monitors, and they sent me a picture of it. Of me playing Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I'm just like, no wonder I had so many new people come by on Monday. And
Awesome.
it was
Cool.
interesting, you know? It's like they just wanted a random Street Fighter Alpha 3 stream, or did somebody know me, I wonder? I don't know. They said it was an event. I don't know what it was, though.
Maybe like one of those fighting game events, and like that's the whole theme, perhaps.
Perhaps.
it was
I don't know.
Evo.
I'm sure it wasn't Evo.
Yeah, I'm positive it wasn't, but that would be extremely funny.
Imagine your stream just on this gigantic screen.
No, I mean, it was a little TV, but yeah.
Still.
But yeah, no, I'm not good enough for Evo.
Wow.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey now.
I mean,
Hey now.
not at Street Fighter, you know? I don't know, maybe if it was competitive Pokemon, I would be there. I don't know.
The tricks that some of them do with those Street Fighter games, I don't know how they do it.
I know how they do it. It takes a lot of practice. It's not easy. I don't know. I mean, I try to do some of the tricks, and sometimes you pull it off, and you know, sometimes you don't. But like getting it consistently is the hard part. Like doing Zangief's spinning pile driver without jumping.
What?
You can do it.
Damn.
The way that I used to do it was that I would do a normal, like I'd press like heavy punch and then spin the D-pad while he's punching and then come
during
out.
the animation.
But the thing is, everybody knows that trick. What I learned though is in older Street Fighter games, if you press all four directions within a certain amount of time, you get the 360 motion. So what I'll do is, so I'll quickly press like down, back, like forward, back, down, and then up and punch quickly, and it just comes out.
Oh.
You just get it. And then there's the mechanic of the lighter the punch you use, the further the range, less damage but more range. So that's how Zangief can grab you from what seems like a mile away. He says, "Come here and be crushed like sparrow egg between thighs."
Between thighs.
I don't know where that came. Was that in Wreck-It Ralph or something? I don't even know.
It was Wreck-It Ralph.
That was such a fun movie. 360 no scope. Yeah. 360 no jump. So there's a few fighting game tricks that I absolutely can do. It's just consistently maybe not so much. But oh man. But I actually like playing big slow characters sometimes. I can't always be playing as Sakura. Yeah. Sakura is a fucking menace in Street Fighter Alpha 3. But I did get a copy of Street Fighter 6, so it is leading up to that.
All right.
We are leading ourselves up to Street Fighter 6. And it was just like after the excitement. Did you guys see who the characters are for season 2?
I did not.
Okay, so M. Bison's the first one, which he's already out. Elena from Street Fighter 3.
Oh.
And this is where it gets weird. Terry and Mai from Fatal Fury.
Hey.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why not?
Terry and Mai are in will be in Street Fighter.
Oh,
And that
sweet.
was actually the trailer. They show Jamie and Luke playing a game and messing with each other, and then you see this character walk in, and all it's focusing on is the eyes, and you see the blonde hair, and I'm thinking it's Vega. But then it pans back, and you see the hat and the star, and I'm like, it's Terry? What? What is this?
Speaking of Fatal Fury, have you seen any footage of City of the Wolves?
I've seen plenty of City of the Wolves footage, and this is a day one purchase for me. I mean,
It looks really good.
do you realize that the last Fatal Fury game was in 1999?
What?
Mark of the Wolves came out
That was Mark of the
1999.
Wolves then,
Yes,
yeah.
Mark of the Wolves came out in 1999. It has been a quarter of a century since the last Fatal Fury game.
Well, this one better be good, but it looks good.
If it's as good as Mark of the Wolves, right? I mean, that game was dope. That was like my favorite fighting. Well, it was almost my favorite fighting game. Third Strike came out that year too. I think me and Elise had that whole discussion when we were doing my game of the year for each year.
Yes. Yes, I do remember.
Because I did give it to Third Strike that year. Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, Third Strike, let's go. I'm Chun-Li, let's go. I got you. That's a game with a lot of mechanics that are tough to master, but like I'm still trying to learn how to consistently Kara throw. That's where you cancel a normal into a throw and you get extra range.
Ooh, a little extra grabby room.
Yeah, that's why Chun-Li can scoop you from really far away, because she uses the medium kick, which moves her forward. But it's tough. But having that controller, the fighting game controller I bought, really helped. Like, just to let me tell you how much that controller helped me with these games. I have an old highlight on my channel of me playing Skullgirls, and it was me after about an hour of grinding, beating what do they call her? I think they call her True Philia. She's the final boss if you play as Fakua. Fakua is like this joke character they added that she plays kind of like Philia, but kind of goofy. And she doesn't have like a story mode. She just fight all the characters in a row, and the last one is Philia. And she's powered up to the max. She has 3 times as much health as you. She does like 3 times as much damage as you do. And she always has super meter.
Oh my god.
And she's super, super aggressive, and it took me about an hour of grinding to beat her.
I bet.
So I made a highlight of actually beating her. It was just really exciting for me. So I came back and I was playing with the standard Xbox controller. I came back a year later to play the game again, and I did that, and I got her on the second shot.
Nice.
It was like I almost got her on the first shot, and then she got like a big combo at the end and killed me, and I was like, that was close though. And then the second shot, I just completely friggin' washed her, and I made a highlight, and I called it, remember when this took me an hour? But anyway, guys, let's get started with some list critics, huh? We're going to dispense with the intro here, just get right into it. I'm going to kill the music. Now, I don't have a Tumblr Gets Deep this time.
Oh.
Okay.
Because it seems to be rather inconsistent, but I do have something very similar from Pleated Jeans. And it's believe it or not, it is a Tumblr thing. But it's from Instagram.
Oh.
It's an Instagram called People of Tumblr. And it just highlights posts or single lines from Tumblr that are, deep.
So it's Tumblr Gets Deep adjacent.
Yes, I will always try to find something similar to it.
We always want to get deep on this show.
Yeah. Exactly. We like to start off with your moment of zen.
Oh my god, your moment of
Your
zen.
moment of zen from the Daily.
Speaking of moments
Daily
of
Show.
zen,
Yes?
this is apparently
I gotta raise your volume
in
up.
bullshit news. Apparently Paramount Plus took down the entirety of ComedyCentral.com and took with it basically decades worth of clips from The Daily Show
No.
that have not been saved anywhere
Why did they do
terrible.
this?
because they want to pivot to streaming and Paramount Plus.
Paramount,
So
but
all
Paramount,
of the clips
but the weirdest
fucking
thing,
gone.
season
My
3,
husband-
but season 3 of Beavis and Butthead is not going to be on Paramount Plus.
No? What's it going to be on?
It's going to be on Comedy Central.
Oh.
Isn't that
okay.
weird?
That
I mean, that means it will be on Paramount Plus, but it's not going to be a Paramount Plus exclusive.
It won't have the logo, I guess.
No, I'm saying it's going to air on TV and then be on the streaming platform instead of just being exclusive to the stream. So it seems like in a way they're moving away from it. It is better, and I'm thinking, but they're moving away from exclusively streaming, but then they're also doing fuck shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I wonder if that means season 1 and 2 of the relaunch
Oh,
will also be on?
they've already been airing on Comedy Central.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
They get bleeped a lot though.
Almost assuredly.
Bleeped?
Yeah, they bleep a lot of words. Like they bleep like I mean some of it makes sense like when like bullshit they bleep and asshole they bleep. But then they bleep dumbass and I'm like, why are they bleeping dumbass? They say that on that 70s show, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's start though. We have 45 hilariously relatable Tumblr gems. These are not full posts. A lot of these are snippets from posts, so we go through it rather quickly. And of course, there's a video card driver that just popped up here to tell me to update my video card driver when I'm already live, right?
Let's do that right now.
Well, that would crash the stream. But
Yes.
yeah, it's just like, couldn't that happen 20 minutes before stream so I could have gotten it over with? All right, here we go. Number 1. These don't have usernames on them, by the way. Dear makers of women's clothing, pants pockets should be like poetry, deep enough to be meaningful.
Yes.
Ooh, there you go.
Yes.
It's true. Number 2. Sometimes I meet people and feel bad for their dog.
Oh, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
You see them getting, like, yanked around. You're like, oh, come on, man.
My next door neighbors.
Oh.
On the one side, I got this one neighbor. He's got this little dog. He's fine, you know, and everything. But on the other side is these assholes, bro. And they have these 2 dogs right now. One is a German Shepherd, and the other is kind of like a Mastiff type dog.
Mm.
And both of them have, if they see me working outside and nobody else is around, they'll come over and like say hi to me. They're really super friendly dogs, but then the problem is they don't want to go home.
Oh no!
And I'm like, go ahead, go home. I pet you
Please.
and I get out of here, you know.
You keep us.
Yeah. It was in the garage with the garage, and then all of a sudden this Mastiff is there, like, and I'm like, hey there, little girl, and I'm petting her, you know, and then she wouldn't leave, and I'm trying to get her out of. I'm like, there's rat poison in the fucking, you know, garage. I got to get her out of there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing bad happened. I'm just saying that I can't have like the neighboring dogs wandering around in there.
No.
Okay, number
It's a
3.
safety measure.
Exactly. The reason most of us stay up late is because we don't want our free time to end and tomorrow to begin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's extremely relatable. Like, I'm like, I need to sleep, but this is my alone time.
I want this part to just keep lasting.
Yeah. I need a pocket dimension that I can step into at 2 a.m. and spend a few hours derping around on my phone and then be able to go to sleep at 2 a.m.
Oh, if only. Oh.
Yeah. Number 4. Oh, yes, I like this one. Yawning is our body's way of saying 10% battery remaining.
That's
Uh-huh.
a good one.
Yeah. Number 5. I don't know how to act my age because I've never been this age before.
Hey, okay.
That's fair.
Oh, that's a little
Poignant.
That's real deep, yeah. Number 6. My fondest childhood memory is thinking $100 is a lot of money. Do you remember that?
I mean,
guy?
I still feel like $100 is a lot.
It still kind of is if you use it right.
It depends.
Yeah, you
No,
know.
but you used to think, wow, you're rich, you have $100. You know and now you're like, God damn, I can't justify spending $100. You know what I mean? It's different. But it's also opposite with kids now. Kids think $100 is nothing because they watch these like lame YouTubers who like, you know, just basically show off how rich they are, and that's the entirety of their content.
Yeah, they
Profit
just throw
like it's
money at the
nothing.
camera.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 7. I always regret the plans I made when I was an extrovert for 5 minutes.
Aw.
Yeah,
That's
you
real.
just let loose a little bit, and you're like,
why did
oh,
I agree
why?
to this?
Just let me retreat to my
Yes.
hole.
Number 8. Not to brag, but I don't even need alcohol to make bad decisions.
Oh no!
It's like a Mitch Hedberg joke.
Relatable.
Number 9. Asking your pet a question like they will respond. See,
Sometimes you need that.
I found that they do respond in their own way. They can't talk to you, but they do communicate.
They'll come up, ask for rubbings, and
Yeah.
then suddenly feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, the other day, Gunny has this thing recently where he's afraid of the washing machine.
Oh.
It's a whole stupid story that the washing machine went really out of balance and started like, boom, 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 boom. And it was loud enough to even scare me. But then it's been a month or so and he's still afraid of the washing machine. Ooh. So he goes upstairs when it's on, and I saw him up there and I go, "Are you going to come down here and say hi to me?" And he came right down.
Oh.
So they answer in their own ways. Number 10, I'm not like other girls. I know what I want for dinner. I've been thinking about it since lunch. Well, you know, it's not just women that do this, by the way, but like sometimes when you're talking to somebody and they say, "What do you want for dinner?" and they'll say, "Oh, I don't care, you pick." And then nothing you pick.
I don't care, you pick is evil.
Yeah, and then nothing you pick is right. What they say, "I don't care, you pick," what they mean is, I want one very specific thing and you have to guess it. And I personally refuse to play those games. I'm just like, no, you pick.
Or you say,
tell me.
Yeah.
Or you say, "We're going here, pack your shit, we're going here right now, fuck whatever it is you want to do."
I mean, you could do that too. That won't work so well, but that is a choice you could make. Number 11.
Very good at basically being like, okay, what don't you want?
That might actually be the better.
Narrow it down.
Yeah, that might be the better way to handle it. Number 11. Website. We use cookies to improve performance. Me. Same. Number 12. Oh, Alice has a good solution. Tell them to guess where you'll take them, and then go take them there.
Hey, you got it on the first try.
Yeah. Number 12. People, well, unless they answer real like, "Oh, I bet you'll take me to," you know. All right. People that don't know me think I'm quiet. People that do know me wish I was. I resonate with that very much. Because sometimes I can IRL come off as super, super fucking quiet. And if you know me, you know that I don't shut the fuck up. Ever. Number 13, I even procrastinate things I actually want to do.
I've done that before. Many times.
I relate to this
as
well.
It's called ADHD.
Number 14, light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. Hey!
Yeah.
I mean, I Elise said ADHD, but I agree more with Alice at the autism moment, for real. Number 15, brain. Fair. I can see you're trying to sleep. Can I offer you a selection of your worst memories from the last 10 years? Wait, you got the package that only shows the worst memories from the last 10 years? Can I trade to that?
Yeah, as opposed to lifetime?
Yeah. Oh, man. I need some of them to expire. Yeah. Number 16, hugs were invented to let people know you love them without having to say anything.
Oh,
that's true.
Cute.
Yeah. Number 17, sorry I remembered your dog's name and forgot yours.
Oh, no.
Well, see, the dog probably has a cool name, and your name is Jerry, so, you know.
Jerry.
Number 18, I never make the same mistake twice. I make it 5 or 6 times just to be sure.
Ha, ha, ha.
Also sounds like a Mitch Hedberg line, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't make the same mistakes twice. It's more like 5 or 6 just to be sure. Number 19, I am presently experiencing life at a rate of several WTFs per hour.
Oh no, it's a unit of measurement now.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Number 20, answering your cell phone when you don't recognize the number is like picking up a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
I mean, I don't know. We're all old enough, and the next list, by the way, is about being old enough. But
oh no,
we're all old enough to remember when you never knew who it was.
Yeah.
The phone made a noise, and you had to make it stop making the noise, and it could be anybody on the other end.
And you only had caller ID if your parents had money.
I mean, and not only that, but there was a time that there was no caller ID. It wasn't even an option.
Not even.
Very true.
Yeah. Number 21, walks upstairs. Why am I up here? Walks back downstairs. I remember now.
Yeah.
That's actually a memory trick called the portal effect. Going through rooms.
The portal effect.
Yeah, going through a doorway kind of resets your memory a little bit. Because believe it or
Huh.
not, it only notice that kind of thing only happens at home.
Yeah.
In a familiar setting. It's because your brain sort of loads the layout of rooms that you're familiar with. And that's why you're able to find your way in a dark room. Because you know what's there. You're familiar with it. So every time you walk through a doorway, your brain kind of buffers for a second.
Hmm.
So it's a real thing. I'm not making it up.
No, I absolutely agree.
I like the allusion to like a computer, like
Yeah, the
like
buffering. Yeah.
preloading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best way to put it. Is our brains are kind of like shitty computers. Number 22.
And yet they can do so much more than a computer.
Number 20. Well, a computer can do a lot of things my brain can't.
Yeah.
Number 22. I woke up tired about 3 years ago, and I've never really recovered since. Yeah, that eventually happens to everybody.
That kind of sentence, though, sounds like the same kind of thing you'd see on a T-shirt from somebody who says, like, "Don't talk to me until I've had my morning coffee."
Well, I always
Coffee
say,
before talkie.
yeah, you know how some people say that they're alive because of coffee. I say,
yeah.
when I say other people are alive because I drink coffee.
Yay.
Number 23. My level of sarcasm has gotten to the point where I don't even know if I'm kidding or not.
Sometimes you can be so dry you just crumble apart.
Number 24. The worst part about parallel parking is the witnesses.
Oh man.
Although
Ain't that a fucking mood?
I gotta say, if you ever park like perfectly and there's witnesses, that's awesome because they'll say like, that's a great parking job, you know?
It really
This is true.
brightens your day.
It does, it really does. Number 25, warm water tastes round and cold water tastes pointy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's accurate. I don't even know why it is. It just is.
Succinct.
There is a
don't know if
sharpness to cold water.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that assessment, but I can understand where it's coming from.
Did you know that there was a study that found that humans can tell the difference between the sound of cold water being poured and hot water being poured?
Really?
Yeah. Believe it or not, there is a slight difference in the way that pouring water sounds, whether it's hot or cold, and we can tell. Like, think about pouring water from, like you just get from the measuring cup, like you're making rice, and you just pour it into the measuring cup, and then the sound it makes when you pour it into the pan. And then think about what it sounds like when you're pouring hot water, like for coffee or tea. It's a completely different sound.
Because the air bubbles in it?
Maybe that's why I didn't read the entirety of the study, just like the talking points really. Number 26, some days I can conquer the world, other days it takes me 2 or 3 hours to convince myself to shower.
Some days the world conquers you.
I mean, that's manic depressive. Like, that is right there. That is the textbook manic depressive right there. Like, dude, get that checked. You could improve. Number 27, can't wait for the generation of grandmas with winged eyeliner. Oh, no.
What?
I feel very seen.
Oh, my God. That reminds me of this Mad Magazine gag where they were talking about people who get, like, boob jobs and stuff like that, that they're going to have perfect tits when they're 90.
Weird.
You know
I don't know how I feel about that.
Because it's like they don't deteriorate like everything else does, you know?
Yeah.
Number 28, my weight loss goal for spring is however much I lose after shaving my legs. Fair enough. Fair enough. Number 39, the real trouble with reality is there's no background music.
There can be.
There sometimes is.
Yeah.
Just go to a different level, dude. Number 30, no man is worth your tears, but once you find one that is, he won't make you cry.
Oh, la la la.
On a very special episode of List Critics. Number 31, I am tired of being tired and talking about how tired I am. That's real.
Oh, that's the classic. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. Number 32, I may look fine, but deep down I don't remember any of my passwords.
Oh no.
My computer and phone remember all this shit for me, so when I have to actually log into something, I'll always get it because I use several variations of a theme.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll sit there like for a moment and be like Gandalf at the gates of Moria, like, I have no memory of this place.
Hmm.
You know, like, and then suddenly, what's the Elvish word for friend? Melon, and the thing fucking opens up, you know. Number 13. Sometimes it's okay if the only thing you did today was breathe. That's valid.
Jeez,
That's valid.
Louise. Feel better, man.
Yeah. No, they're saying that like it's okay to just have a day where you don't fucking do anything.
I guess.
It's cool. You don't have to be productive every fucking day.
Eh.
Number 34, that moment when you walk through a spider web and instantly turn into a karate master.
Oh, no. I turn into a tiny little person and run around and scream and yell.
Yeah, but aren't you like waving your arms and your legs and shit? And
Well, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid I'm going to get more spider web.
Yeah. I don't know. I fucking turn into Bruce Lee and I was like, "Wah!" Like, what the fuck? Number 35. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all the evidence that you tried. That's fair.
And walk away.
Number 36. Some hoodies don't hoodie the way other hoodies hoodie. I hate that sentence makes sense to me.
I'm trying to figure out what they mean though. Like I have had my share of hoodies.
That some of them hit different.
Yeah.
That there's some that are.
Guess.
It's just some some are just more hoodie than others.
Alice, I prefer zip ups.
Yeah, zip ups are better.
You know what? You're right. Zip ups do hit different than
they hit
pullover.
completely different.
You got me.
Number 30.
For me, it depends on context. No, you're okay. You're okay.
Okay. Number 37. Real people are not perfect, and perfect people are not real.
Ooh.
We should have like the it is the day for Tumblr aphorisms, huh?
I like it.
Yeah. Number 38. They said don't give up on your dreams, so I went back to sleep. That's a Mitch Hedberg style joke right there.
Yes.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah. Number 39. Some things are better left alone, like me, for instance.
Now leave me alone.
Suddenly, the clip of Michael Jackson. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Number 40. Let's face it, some people drain the nice right out of you.
Real.
Oh, yeah.
I've known many of these people, and most of them are on the list critics.
Happiness vampires.
I mean, the two people that I have with me right now are the only two regular hosts, like, you know, month to month, that have not drained the nice out of me. So, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Because Tanya sure fucking drained the nice out of me.
Ooh.
Peyton drained the nice out of me. That fucking one that we call dumbass, I mean, just, that was the worst.
Dumb bleep.
Yeah. Number 41. My favorite exercise is a cross between a...
Alice.
I like this one. This is such a boomer joke, but it's like not a bad boomer joke. My favorite exercise is a cross between a lunge and a crunch. I call it lunch.
It's a boomer joke, but it checks out, Captain.
Yeah. Star Wars. All right, number 42. Apparently reading during lunch and ignoring others is considered rude. Well, fuck them. Right?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Number 43.
I do feel like that one's another contextual one because, like, if you're invited out with a group and you do that, then you are being kind of an asshole.
I'm imagining more of an office type situation with this.
Yes, in that case, sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean Alice had some severe empathy fatigue there. Number 43. 1 minute you're young and fun, and the next minute you're excited about a crock pot.
Oh, I do like a crock pot.
It's like,
no.
See, there you go. I was saying.
For me, it's an air fryer.
Oh, yes.
I mean, they're pretty
air
much...
fryer pilled. I'm so sorry. I love my damn air fryer.
We have one built into the oven now, so I can relate to it. But I was saying that there is a certain point where you're in your 40s and you just suddenly want the phone case that's like a little book, and I'm holding up right now.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be nice.
I never understood the appeal. And then Ross sent me this phone, and I knew I was going to get the phone from Ross, right? But I was going to get a case. But Ross sent me this case with it, and I was like, oh, it's one of those open closey type deals, and you know what? I fucking love it. I love this case.
My sister has one, and she's team open closey phone case.
Yeah.
I am team pop socket because I need it for work.
Oh,
of course.
pop sockets.
But once you have the book sort of case, I don't want to call it a bookcase because that's confusing. But once you have the bookcase, it's like that. There was a joke that a certain comedian who is better off left unnamed had about having a man come to his house to remove a bat, and he was like, "I'm trying so hard not to say Batman."
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, I was because like my sister saw it and she's like, "Oh my god, you too now with that?" And I'm like, "You're gonna hit 40 and you're gonna get one." And she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Girl, you got like a year and a half left. It's gonna happen."
It just clicks.
Yeah. Number 44, dance like nobody's watching because they're not. They're all checking their phones. Oh, it's a terrible boomer joke.
Yeah.
Terrible boomer joke. They're watching people dance on TikTok.
iPad, iPhone, I paid.
Oh God.
Last one.
Sorry, that one caught me off guard.
Number 45. On average, I spend about $80 a year to watch bananas turn brown.
Yeah, but then you make delicious banana bread.
No, I was about to say that they'll always say they'll put them in the freezer. I'm gonna make banana bread. And no, you're not. You're not.
Actually, I made a roasted banana ice cream once with some overripe bananas.
Nice.
That just fucking hits, man.
Nice. I'm not like a big banana person, but that does sound good.
Yeah, it's same. Like I like it. I don't like just regular bananas.
See now what Alice is
introduced in
the plantains.
Yeah.
Especially fried.
Ooh,
Fried
yeah.
plantains with some salt and some guac.
Guac.
Yeah.
There was a
I make plantain like chips. And you just salt them up, you fry them up, you salt them up, and you put guac on them. Oh.
Is that tostones?
Tostones, yes.
Oh, there was a Puerto Rican place down by my old apartment that used to have the best fucking tostones and the most pungent garlic dip to go with it. Like, I would eat those, and then like 3 days later, I'd still be tasting it.
Have you ever had the Papa's potatoes?
I have not.
Ask them for it's like a fried mashed potato bowl with meat on the inside.
Ooh.
See, it's in Spanish. It's like papas, and then the word for potato. I can't remember it, but ask about that next time you go to the Puerto Rican place. But out of 45, I'm gonna say 35. There was a little bit of narm in here.
Narm?
Yeah, just that boomer narmy stuff, like.
A little pithy for me at times.
Yeah, there was a lot of pith involved, like that one about
just pithing all over the place.
Yeah, it was a pithing contest. No, there was that one about like a man's not worth your tears. When you find one that is, he won't make you cry. And I'm just like, like come on. So 35 is what I'm saying. What are you guys saying?
I don't know. Those kind of reminded me of things my mom would say, like the boomer jokes were things my dad would say. So I'm going to go a bit higher at 40.
You have the nostalgia there for your parents.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it.
It's not peeing races, Lynn. It's a pissing contest.
The pithing.
At least what's your ranking?
I'm going to go with like a 36. I'll give it a little one more because I was like, oh, but then I was like, boomer. So, yeah.
Also, I gotta commend you I gotta commend you on using the word pungent in a positive way. I don't hear that often.
I do.
Not me.
It does often have a kind of negative connotation, but sometimes it just hits in a good way.
When you're talking about food and when you start talking about like things like hot sauce and or garlic, and then it does. That's the connotation it has for me, not somebody's stank ass underwear,
Yeah, we'll see. That's what I'm picturing now. Thanks.
Also from Pleated Jeans, I have here, and this is for us, 40 rad Gen X and Millennial aging memes that'll make you nostalgic for a time before your back pain.
Ay.
How's my back feeling today?
Yeah.
Not great.
Sorry, young people.
Number 1, Amanda Rosenberg here wrote, I want to thank the teen on TikTok who said "in sync" by pronouncing each individual letter for reminding me that I am ready for the urn.
No,
Oh.
God, no.
Right. So they just sit there, NSYNC.
YNC?
What does that stand for?
Oh.
That's something my grandma would say.
Hey,
it's
look,
cyclical.
I was old when I found out that it's actually Blink 182.
Isn't it 182?
No, it's 182, according to the band. They just apparently never told anybody. Everybody's been calling them Blink 182 for ages, and then somebody asked, is it 182 or is it 182? And they say it's 182.
Oh, like a code or something.
Well, I think they kind of lost control over that one.
Plus, they haven't been relevant for ages.
Yeah.
They're kind of washed, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, Mike Drucker says, worried I'm going to look up this... Okay, I got to tell you the picture first. It's that old man with the shovel from Home Alone.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Worried I'm going to look up this actor to find out he was 38 when he played this part.
Oh, no!
Did you ever look at like old pictures and you're like, who is that older gentleman? And you find out he was only like 48.
Oh, God.
You know.
They look 78.
Well, because people used to spend so much time in the sun that they would just age.
I was going to say, in the sun and tobacco.
Oh, that's a big part of it, too. Number 3, Jordan Searless writes, trying to get myself out of bed by repeating, "Come on, Barbie, let's go party," in increasingly strange voices. You sit there, all right,
great.
let me try it as Beavis. "Come on, Barbie, let's go party." No, that didn't get me up. All right, let's try it as Hank Hill. "Come on, Barbie, let's go party." All right, that got me up. Let's go.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Wake up rituals.
Number 4, stands up really fast, my entire body, and it shows like every engine light that you could have.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
Today that happened.
Do a Dracula one? Okay. "Come on, Barbie, let's go party."
Blah.
Yeah. "I never drink Cosmos." Number 3.
I like Cosmos.
Number 5. This just shows it says, which Carrie Fisher are you today? And it's 9 pictures of Carrie Fisher, and she's giving the finger in every single one of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what a legend.
Yeah.
She was a personality.
She certainly was. She was a big, brassy personality. You could probably make the same meme with Martin Freeman, but, you know. Number 6, I always think I look really friendly and approachable when I really look like this, and it shows that Dwight dude from The Office looking all annoyed.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Number 7, Sarcasm Only writes, my current body type is like you can sort of tell I work out, but you can also tell that I don't say no when somebody offers me a cookie.
Cookie.
That's the dad bod, though.
People like that.
The dad bod, yeah. Number 8, me debating if I'm going to let it slide or start something. It shows B. Arthur looking all stern.
Oh.
It's like, am I going to let this slide, or is it time to start some shit?
B. Arthur. Outstanding.
Here's another Golden Girls meme, though. Number 9, when you overhear some teens referring to 90s music as classics and oldies, and it just shows all 4 of them in horrible pain.
Womp womp. I mean,
that doesn't bother me so much. It's when somebody refers to a PlayStation 2 game as their childhood game. That one gets me, like,
ooh, my childhood.
Yeah. And I'm just like, shut up. Number 10.
The late 1900s is what does it for me.
Oh, my God. Okay, this picture of this kid looks like he's about 10, 11 years old, sitting at an old computer with his like feet up on the desk, looking all like, relaxed. And it says, me after making everyone barf in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Nice.
Love that game.
Number 11. I've seen this meme so many times. It says, Mia says, why does every band from the 2000s have a guy that looks like this? And I can't really describe it that well. I'm just going to put it on the screen here so you can see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is the guy from Smash Mouth and every other band from that decade.
Shorts. The friggin' shorts, man.
The shorts that go down to your ankles, the wallet chain, the the soul patch, you know.
Soul patch, like, just shave it, man. It's just a tiny little bit of hair. Oh, Fred Durst, yeah.
Deftones, yeah.
It's every band from that era. Number 12, the fact that my entire body cracks like a glow stick whenever I move and yet refuses to actually glow is very disappointing.
Rude.
It's real,
Yeah.
though. You could at least get a healthy glow out of it, right?
Fucking wish.
Number 13, do you have any experience with data privacy and security? Me. And it shows one of those password journal things, that, like the flip thing with the PDA in it.
Oh, yeah.
Number 14. Sure, I made mistakes when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I've learned how to make different, often far more serious mistakes.
Yeah, just cut and paste in more serious situations.
Number 15 rather, I don't know why I said 19. Adulthood is saying, but after this week, things will slow down a bit over and over until you die.
Oh, I felt that
That's
in my
real.
lower back.
Oh my god, we just talked about these guys. Number 16, Blink-182 announces a reunion tour. 37-year-olds, and it shows like the gang from It's Always Sunny just rushing through a hallway.
Oh,
That show's still on, isn't it?
It is still on. I have never watched more than one episode at a time. I'll watch like an episode a year, and I'll be like, this is really funny, I should watch more of it. And then I don't.
It is quite good.
Yeah.
Is a little too recoil for me. Like I
It
get,
is-
I get the major secondhand embarrassment from it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point of it, but yes,
Oh yeah,
that is true.
it absolutely is. So respect it,
Yeah.
not for me.
Number 17 says, kids today want an iPhone. I wanted one of these, and it shows one of those bikes that's like aggressively blue.
But
The blue spokes and the blue tires and the blue seat, the blue fucking everything.
Why is it so blue?
Yeah, it's so blue, you might wonder how much more blue could it be, and the answer is none. None more blue. Hey, EB.
It's a deep blue something.
Oh, God. All right, well, before we start singing Breakfast at Tiffany's, we're going to move on to the next one. Number 18, my body gives me singles to sleep the whole entire day. Me goes to bed. My body. Well, now I'm not going to do it.
Not gonna do it.
That's accurate as fuck, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, all day, I'm like, oh, man, I'm asleep tonight. I'm so tired. I get into bed, and I'm just like, woo, Twitter. You know what I mean?
it's a
so
lot.
tired. Can't wait to sleep. Oh, yeah, let's see. I got the messages.
Yeah, I know. It's the worst.
And oh, shit, it's 4 a.m. Okay.
Yeah. Number 19. Sarcasm doesn't get you anywhere. Me. Well, it got me into the Sarcasm World Championship in Peru in 98. Really? No. I would go to Peru for a sarcasm competition.
I want to see competitive sarcasm.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to
No,
see...
I actually do. That's not sarcasm.
I want to see full contact sarcasm. That's what I want to see.
No holds barred.
Yeah. Number 20, Scald the Witcher says, me at 17. What if people think I'm stupid? Me at 37. They all know I'm stupid, but there's nothing they can do to stop me.
It's like a reversed imposter syndrome.
Exactly right. Yeah. They all know, but fuck them. All right. Number 21. When you try to caffeinate yourself, but just end up increasing your heart rate while remaining exhausted, and it just shows this SpongeBob fish just like vibrating out of existence. All right. Number 22. Me when an email finds me well, and it just shows this businessman going like, yeah. I hope this email finds you well.
Finds you well.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. It's very formal all of a sudden.
Number 23.
Good morrow.
Melissa. Oh my God, I hate when people write like that. They're like, greetings to you on this fine Tuesday. And I'm just like,
Stop.
And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I feel like that movie Office Space with that obnoxious waiter would come over and be like, oh, hey guys. You know.
Not right now, sir.
Yeah, greetings and salutations. All right, Melissa here says, at my funeral, I want there to be a big live, laugh, love sign with the live crossed out.
Oh, jeez.
How about no, you freaky bitch?
Well,
No.
The funny thing is, if you were to do that to like honor their last wishes, other people would be like, "Who did this?"
Yeah, they'd be like, "Who is responsible for this? This is not funny."
Like, well,
That's
look in the casket.
Yeah. Okay, maybe there is something to it. You could be starting shit even after you're dead.
Oh yeah.
Number 24, trying to get out of bed, and then it shows these 3 options: try again, help, and cancel.
Just 3 cancels, please.
Oh god. I want to see what happens when you click help.
I see you're trying to get out of bed. You want help with that?
Does somebody
Help
come
is
and
when I ask
kick
my
your
husband to come over and push me forward.
Yeah, just give me a
because
push.
I ain't moving.
Just give me a push. Or maybe it's a help article. It'll start playing obnoxious noises until you get out.
The fucking paperclip shows up.
Yeah.
It'll just be like the drowning music from Sonic. All right, number 25. How to adult. Have a gift bag full of gift bags. Have a bag full of old wires and cords. Have a plastic bag full of plastic bags. Have loads of personal baggage, and have bags under eyes. Yeah, check.
Yeah, I'm checking all the boxes. No.
Oh, God. All right, number 26. Fessel here says, I'm 37. Instead of regretting that I can't wake up age 18 again, I pretend to myself that I'm 90 and I've woken up age 37 again, and that I get to magically, wonderfully have the next 50 years again.
Oh, it's like those, 17 again, but you're way older.
Does that work? I don't think
I
that
don't
would
know.
work.
Eh.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got that reusable bag law. Let's see. Number 27. Dad Man Walking writes, what age do you get to add... Let's try this again. What age do you get to add those rails to the sides of the toilet to help you get up? Is it 37? I feel like it's 37. There's no...
I like when I go into a home that has those. It's just nice.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? They're useful for everyone. There's no age limit there. I mean, I'm of the thought that all homes should be handicap accessible.
Yeah.
Because one day you're going to need it. You might as well have it there.
Just have it ready.
This is so stupid. It shows number 28. It shows a Dolly Parton, like she's singing Jolene, but it's caffeine.
Oh boy.
So it's Jolene. It's caffeine.
Caffeine.
Yeah, exactly. Number 29, my fairy princess Smoo says, my main fitness goal is to keep my heart rate under 160 BPM while getting my sports bra on.
Ay.
That's real.
I've never worn a bra, but I know what those things are like, and they're pretty much like a corset for your tits.
Oh,
it's a intentionally restricting sort of thing.
I mean, which makes sense if you're running or doing any sort of strenuous exercise. You don't want things flapping painfully, right?
But also, there's the process of just cramming everything in there.
Yeah,
you got to keep everything in place and settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
that's a good one.
And EB was saying that they used to prefer sports bras to regular ones, and that is very valid as well. But I'm sure the process of putting it on can be tiresome at times. Number 30, Matt here says, every bone in my body cracks as I rise from my chair. Yes, I would like to party.
Yes.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is crackling. Number 31, people who say go big or go home seriously underestimate my willingness to go home. Like it's literally my only goal.
Yeah, go home. It doesn't sound so bad.
Wait, I get to go home? Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's where my stuff is.
All right, number 32 shows this statue that it appears like a bird lifting a guy by his shirt. Oh. But he's all like slumped, and it says a visual representation of how coffee works.
It just literally carries you.
Yeah. Number 33, 6 a.m., opens eyes. I can't wait to go to bed tonight.
I've had a couple of days like that before. As soon as you wake up, like, man.
Yeah.
Once 9 o'clock rolls around.
you wake up and you're like, Well, today's a bust.
just
Let's just start this one over.
Yeah.
count the hours.
Number 34, it shows one of those like notes that kids would pass each other. I like you, do you like me? And the yes and no checkboxes. This was Tinder in the 90s.
Yes, no, maybe.
Well, there was yes and there was no, and then there was she throws the paper at your head, which is not only no, but hell no.
Or, hey, everybody, look at this.
Yeah, Alice said the line that I was trying to think of. I couldn't think. It was like, today's ruined. Tomorrow's going to be my day, though. For real.
For real.
Yeah. Number 35, another Golden Girls meme. Sophia saying, where are you going? And then Dorothy says, to get ice cream or commit a felony. I'll decide in the car.
Jeez,
You can multitask.
Yeah. Grab ice cream on the way out.
Why not both? Rob
Yeah,
the place.
right.
Rob the ice cream store.
Aw. But then you'd be depriving so many people of ice cream.
No, just rob them of one ice cream.
I will take one ice cream,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. You just
I know, take it.
You're pointing a gun at the person like 3 scoops of vanilla fudge. Number 36, my knees once I get off the couch, and it shows this like collapsed bridge support thing.
Jeez. Seek help.
Number 37 just says I'm this old, and they show that like that reaching machine, like where you'd put your feet in it and then you'd lean forward and reach to see how with your fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that like from gym class where you'd have to. Yeah.
I do not remember this.
It was
I
It was sort of like the thing where with your feet at the shoe store, except for like your whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess we did not. Maybe I'm too young for those. We didn't
Oh,
have
no.
those.
Maybe you are
no.
slightly younger here.
I am.
EB says they're reminded of the episode where Rose is like, I couldn't sleep, so I went for a drive to Alabama. Considering they're in Florida, that's quite the drive. Number 38, my favorite childhood memory is having energy. When my nephews are over, especially Nathan, I'm just like, I just like am always gobsmacked by how much energy kids actually have, or sometimes they just can't actually sit still and they're fucking vibrating.
Yeah.
They're just pumping out the energy that you
Yeah.
desperately need.
Yeah. Number 39 shows that scene from Titanic where Jack is showing Rose his sketchbook and she's looking through the drawings, but then it shows just like a bunch of the variants of the cool S from the 90s.
Yeah, everybody put that S on their stuff. On their duotangs.
Yeah, I mean, it was everywhere. Number 40, it says, are you sure you can handle another glass of wine? And then it shows this woman going, yes. See, that's not actually funny, though. Yeah, funny check failed on that one. That was the last one. Well, most of these were good. Some of them were a little repetitive. The last one was bad.
Tripped over the finish line.
Yeah, at a 40, 32.
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
give it
With
a
the
35.
Yeah.
35.
I didn't hear
I liked a lot of those.
I said I'm gonna agree with that 32. I feel like that's a nice.
Yeah. EB points out a
representation.
movie fact for Titanic. It was actually James Cameron doing the sketch. So when you see the hands, it was actually him doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had
Is there
heard
anything
that
he
before.
can't do?
When you look at the movie, like if you can take your eyes off of Kate Winslet for a second, you look at the hands, you could tell they're not like a young Leonardo DiCaprio's hands. But anyway, let's see what we got on the List Critics channel here.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm scrolling up. I know Moogle had posted some stuff.
I'm drawing that cool S in the air.
Bort
the
went
lists.
ham with the lists, bro. Bort gave us so many lists this time.
Oh hell yeah, Bort.
Bort is always coming through. But the first one's from Alice, and it's 5 amazing World War II stories that deserve to be movies from Vanity Fair.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. Let me bring this up. See what it's all about.
We need more World War II movies.
I think we'll get to your list, EB. I scrolled past it. I think we'll have time to get to that. Yeah. All right. That's true. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know if I could. The site wants me to pay to read the article.
Boo.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Womp womp.
I'm not gonna go through the process of starting a free trial with Vanity Fair just to read this list. I'm sorry.
More like Vanity Unfair.
It sounded interesting, but it's like sign in to read the article, and I'm like, no.
How about no?
How about no, you freaky bitch? So yeah, I'm sorry about that one. Also from Bustle.com, Alice sent me the 9 strangest books of all time for readers unafraid of taking a risk.
Oh, okay.
So, strangest books of all time, like essentially 9 strangest books of all time. So number 1 is called Gadsby by Ernest Vincent Wright.
Ooh.
Gadsby is a 50,000 word novel that doesn't use the letter E, unless you count the author's name. I've heard about this. He wrote an entire novel while never using the most common letter in the English language.
How? That's incredible.
So the basic plot is a dude named John Gadsby organizes a youth group to revitalize his hometown. Due to the lack of the letter E, there's some strange word choices, like when Wright has to describe a wedding without using the word wedding, married, bride, or marriage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a challenge, though, right? That's like the ultimate writing challenge. Number 2 is Alphabetical Africa by Walter Abish. The first chapter only uses words that begin with the letter A. Can you guess where that's going?
Chapter 2 is B.
Well, it builds on it. Chapter 2 contains A and B words. Chapter 3 adds words that begin with C, and so on until Z. That's when each chapter begins to take out words in reverse order. The 27th chapter removes Z words. The 28th chapter removes Y words, etc. Until only A words remain once again. Interesting writing exercise, certainly. Compelling plot?
I mean, you're there for the challenge.
Yeah. What up, Almighty Santa? You're up to see how cohesive it can actually be, I would say. Number 3 is the Voynich manuscript by an unknown author. Nobody knows what it's about, who it's by, or what language it's written in. It's just page after page of some unknown language accompanied by freaky doodles of flowers. Is it a medieval guide to medicinal herbs? Is it a magic spell book? A hoax? Some ancient kid's version of the Dungeons & Dragons playbook? Sure, maybe.
Maybe it's garbledy-goop.
Yeah. Professional cryptographers have tried to crack the code for years, and we still don't know what's up. All we know that it was created around the early 15th century, and whoever wrote it is terrible at drawing flowers. That's something, all right. Maybe we need to get Batman on it, right?
Oh, yeah. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Number 4 is Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce. Yeah. It's a weird one. It's gibberish.
It's a great song by the Dropkick Murphys.
I mean, the book ends mid-sentence. It begins with the end of the same half-finished sentence, and everything in between is just bullshit. It changes languages. There's dream logic. Here's a sentence just to give you a basic. Baba baga glaga raga kama na rau kan browna town around a thumba trowel al the kana to the hura denantharuk.
Somebody's been drinking.
Yeah. Although if you've ever read the letters that James Joyce wrote to his wife, that's way freakier.
Really?
The dude was really into farts. Like, really, really.
I was just in Dublin, and my God,
it is.
They love that man.
I mean, he's a great writer. I mean, he wrote
Ulysses,
and probably the greatest Irish writer of all time, although Bram Stoker.
We took a ferry from Dublin across to Wales.
Yeah.
And on the ferry was a massive wood carving panel of James Joyce.
That's pretty cool, though.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's great, but yeah, I can see why they may not be a big fan of Finnegan's Wake.
Number 5, Against Nature by Joris Karl Huysmans. A man encrusts his tortoise shell with jewels, causing the poor tortoise to die, and that's the closest thing to a plot summary I can give you for Against Nature.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah. So, there you go. Number 6 is Dancing Lessons for the Advanced in Age by Bohemil Hrabal. This is not just regular dancing. This is a erotic dancing guide for... Yeah. But
well,
apparently the entire book is a giant run-on sentence.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And then this, and then this, and then this.
Number 7, The Story of the Vivian Girls by Henry Darger. So he was a janitor in Chicago, and he pretty much kept himself. He never mentioned that he was writing a book. But just after he died, his landlord discovered this book that he wrote, The Story of the Vivian Girls in what is known as the realms of the unreal by the Glandico and Angelinian war storm caused by the child slave rebellion. That's the entire title right there.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. It's 15,000 pages of strange, fantastical adventure stories accompanied by over 300 illustrations of children and semi-human creatures. Some of the illustrations take the form of collage, and the largest clocks in at 10 feet wide.
Oh,
That's something, huh? I mean,
yes.
that's like imagine if like that really long Smash Brothers fanfic was written like before the computers, and somebody just like had it in their freaking like Foot Locker, and then somebody found it after they died and published it, you know?
Published it out of order.
Number 8, How It Is by Samuel Beckett. So it's a novel about a guy crawling through mud. He meets another guy in the mud, and they hang. And then the other guy leaves, and then he goes back to being alone in the mud, only without the crawling. Just one whole novel of dude in mud. That is it. That's the book. And just so you know, yes, he was friends with James Joyce.
Ah, okay.
That tracks.
Tracks mud.
Images of what, EB? If you're talking about the Story of the Vivian Girls, it does have a really cool image of his drawings. And number 9, here, let me put it up, actually, since you guys might want to see this artwork, since it's just some guy who was a janitor wrote this and drew this, and nobody knew about it. Let me just put that up on the screen there so you could see what it looks like. I mean, the guy could draw, too.
Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay. So number 9, the final one is Codex Serenifianus by Luigi.
I actually know this one.
By Luigi Serfini.
Luigi.
So apparently it's a book that's weird just for the sake of being weird. At least that's what they're hoping. It's an encyclopedia for an imaginary world written in a made-up language.
Oh my
I
god.
absolutely have a PDF of this floating around my hard drive somewhere, and I have for like a decade.
Yeah.
Oof.
I've seen images of it, and it's wild.
Yeah.
It's like something out of like a video game codex or something for like a game that doesn't exist, you know.
It's a badass looking title though.
Yeah.
Codex Serenifianus.
Serenifianus. So out of 9, 9 totally. Totes.
Yeah.
These are all weird.
No.
9.
Okay, here's another list from Alice. The 7 LGBTQ landmarks besides the Stonewall Inn.
Besides the Stonewall? Okay.
Well, the Stonewall Inn is I mean, that was like the seat of the queer revolution, you know?
Right.
But there are others, and mentalfloss.com has listed 7 of them. So number 1 is Castro Camera and the Harvey Milk residence in San Francisco. I mean, if you've seen the movie Milk, you know what that's all about.
That's a museum now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yes.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Transgender Memorial Garden in St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't know
about this.
That's pretty cool. It was a vacant lot. They turned into a park with a bunch of trees. There's a butterfly garden and a community circle.
Why not?
Very nice.
It's the second one of its kind in the world. The first one is in Manchester, England.
Manchester, England.
Number 3 is Mattachine Steps, and that's in Los Angeles. It's just a really, really long staircase, but it has ties to the history of the LGBTQ community. Harry Hay was living next to the stairway when he founded the Mattachine Society in 1950. The organization was one of the first gay rights organizations in the country.
Ooh, 1950, oh boy.
Yeah. So you know they were really going through it.
Let's just say they had a lot of steps to climb.
I think that's kind of the point of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4 is the Legacy Walk in Chicago, Illinois. It's an outdoor museum that you can just walk through. Rainbow pylons. It's about a half a mile stretch of all sorts of different things that you could look at.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Number 5 is Julius's Bar. This is in New York City. It's the most famous gay bar in New York City, so there you go. It's not the oldest, it's just the most well-known.
All right.
Number 6 is the Black Cat in Los Angeles. So this was like Stonewall before Stonewall, really. A bunch of cops came in and tried to arrest guys for kissing each other. And then once the clock struck 12, they started beating the shit out of people.
Well, fuck them.
So there was a picket. They were, protest. It was pretty much like a lesser version of Stonewall before Stonewall happened. Number 7 is the last one, Bayard Rustin residence. This is also in New York City. So Bayard Rustin, he was like a really big civil rights activist in the 60s, and his house is a museum now as well.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, there you go. 7 out of 7. Especially considering
these all sound vitally important.
Yeah, I was only aware of one of these, so it's,
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's next on the docket here. We got...
People, if you live near these things, check them out.
Yeah. So, Bort gave us a bunch of lists from different YouTubers. The first one is top 10 hated characters who were supposed to like by a YouTuber named Josh Scorcher. So, a character that is unlikable, but was not intended to be unlikable.
I like this already.
EB gave it a pride love out of 7. All right, so number 10 is Vanille from Final Fantasy 13. I actually like Vanille. I have no issues with her. Every Final Fantasy has the Genki girl, and she just happens to be the one in that game.
But did you hear about negative discourse when it came out?
A lot of it, yeah. Because it happens with every Genki girl who isn't Yuffie. So
yeah.
Number 19 is Dante from DMC Devil May Cry. I feel like they were only replying to the way that he looked and that he didn't have white long hair like, the previous version of Dante, and that if you actually fucking played the game, which is amazing by the way, you would really get to like the character.
Yeah, isn't he supposedly annoying in it though?
He's not,
I haven't played it, so I don't know.
See, here's the thing. People kept coming into my stream when I was playing DMC Devil May Cry, and they were saying, oh, this is the one that's supposed to be really joyless and unfun and not funny. And then a character would say something and be like, whoa, I heard wrong. That was funny as shit. He's not as much of a dork as regular Dante, but he's still very funny. Because regular Dante is pretty much like, what if Sonic the Hedgehog was a dude?
That's a great way of describing it.
That's what I was saying throughout going through the main 5 games. Of DMC Devil May Cry is actually my favorite in the series. The gameplay is really fun. The story is interesting. It has great graphics. 5 is close, but that DMC is really great. Number 8 is Takumi from Fire Emblem Fates. I don't have any particular issue with Takumi. So far, I haven't disliked any of these characters.
So far, this YouTuber sounds a little off course.
Yeah. Number 7 is Adam Malkovich from Metroid Other M. I don't dislike the character. I dislike the game.
I just think he's dull as dishwater.
Well, see, I think a lot of people were like, why is this dude telling Samus what to do? Why is she taking his orders? And I agree with that, but that's not an indictment on the character. It's an indictment on the writers.
Yeah, it's the game's fault.
It's not how you imagine Adam would be either.
Nah.
Number 6 is Patroclus from Soul Calibur 5.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody likes Patroclus.
Not that guy.
He sucks.
I don't really know this
kid.
Yeah, he's Sophidia's son. He's kind of a maniac, and he's supposed to be the main protagonist.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Number 5 is Chloe from Life is Strange. I think that the people who have a really burning hatred for this game and this character are kind of sus.
Sus of what?
I'm just saying that their reasons for hating the character might just be down to girl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it? Come on, people.
Yeah.
I'm not playing as a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, EB's picking up on this too. There's a vibe to this Josh Scorcher person. That's why I think Bort sent me this list knowing I was going to hate it. And Alice just said Josh Scorcher's just straight up a shithead. Shafid. So we know that now. I mean, number 4 is Rose from Metal Gear Solid. I'd find her less irritating if I didn't have to listen to her talk every time I wanted to save the game.
I don't know. I thought she was fine.
Yeah, but when you have to have a whole conversation with her just to save it, that is annoying. But once again, that's not an indictment on the character. That's an indictment on the game designer.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind listening to what it is she had to say. It's just,
Yeah.
oh, I've heard this one. Let's skip it.
Yeah,
I've heard this
exactly.
one, let's skip
You
it.
can't skip it, and,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting, Alice. Number 3 is Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, you are a shithead for that.
I haven't played the part 2.
I won't spoil it for you then.
Well, okay, so they're wrong then. You're saying.
It's sort of like people who hate Furiosa. That's the best.
How do you hate Furiosa?
That's
She was
Because you're a
She's
very
awesome.
specific type of person.
exactly.
She's awesome.
I know.
That movie is so good. Well, the
Yeah.
Fury Road. I haven't seen Furiosa.
Yeah. Well,
I heard the new one is very good. I haven't seen it yet. Though.
Another
I would
another
like to.
example would be kind of like people who hate Captain Marvel. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 2 is. I mean, have you noticed that almost all these are women?
Yeah. Except DMC.
Yeah.
And
Adam
Patrick
Malkovich and Patricles, but there's a lot of women on this one. Speaking of which, number 2 is Iris Hart from Neptunia Victory. I'm not super familiar with the character.
Don't
so
know
I
that
have
game
any
at all.
commentary there, yeah.
I've only played one Neptunia game, and Iris wasn't in it.
Yeah. Abby, EB said about Abby, there's a couple of reasons why they would include Abby, and they're both wrong.
Oh, okay.
But we don't want to give away spoilers if you haven't played Last of Us Part 2. And finally, number 1 is Anders from Dragon Age.
Is that a bald guy?
No, he's the mage from the first game's expansion, and then he was in the second game. And he does sort of go off the deep end, but it's completely understandable why he does.
Mm.
Maybe it's just because his voice is a little whiny. I don't know.
Something tells me this list was submitted to you for
Oh.
ulterior motive.
Oh no, Bort absolutely wanted me to rip into this list. I could tell.
Yeah.
I've talked with Bort. He's a very funny dude. Yeah, he definitely wanted me to rip into this list. 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
0 stars.
I don't like the feeling of this.
I agree
one.
with Patrick Close, but the vibe is shit. So
Yeah, well, there's a stop clock thing going on there.
Yeah,
I think, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Also from Bort, the top 10 tournament arcs in JRPGs by a YouTuber named Gaming Productions. Have you noticed that we were talking about this because we're playing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, that there's always like a tournament or something that you have to enter into at some point. Like I'm going to get to it tomorrow, but where you go to Glitzville in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and you do the wrestling thing. The Glitz Pit. Rock Hawk is gonna rock you. You know, I mean that's
Yes!
He gave that a thick Sonic out of 10. Okay,
I
so
always gave Rockhawk the strongest Macho Man accent.
oh, I always do Macho Man for him, totally.
Yes.
All right. Number 10 is this Coliseum tournament in Tales of Vesperia, which I haven't played, but there you go. Number 9 is the Contest of Champions in Breath of Fire 3. That's so memorable. And unfortunately, I dislike actually playing that part, but the story is amazing. It's just that they always put you in these like rooms with these ridiculous rules, like you're not allowed to use magic in this one, or you know what I mean?
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it could be frustrating. Number 8 is the Hero Contest in The Legend of Dragoon. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
Is finally starting to get its due, I feel.
Is that getting a re-release?
I've heard
I remember seeing
rumors and hints and allegations and things left unsaid, you know. Other albums by Collective Soul. Number 7 is the Colosso Finals from Golden Sun. Honestly, I just found Golden Sun in general to be very dull as dishwater.
Oh.
I got soft locked in like the first 30 minutes of that game,
God.
and I just rage quit.
That's
How?
so funny.
How?
I did not have any like revives, and all of my party members fucking died, and there were like spiders or something. I admit I did not give it a fair enough chance, but I also was too pissed off to continue.
There's good parts to Golden Sun, mostly involving actually exploring the dungeons, and the actual like puzzles and stuff are really fun. What's not fun is the dialogue that just goes on, and they never shut the fuck up.
It is a bit wordy.
It's incredibly verbose.
But when you actually get to do game
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, it's a game where, and I hate to do this in an RPG, but you want to just mash A to make them shut up so you can get to the next dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's sad for somebody who really likes story-based games. Number 6 is the Ava Tournament and Battle Arena in Xenogears. I mean, it's just a lot of fights in a row, and Xenogears' battle system is really dull. It's a lot of button mashing.
What, you don't like that game?
No, not so much a fan. Number 5 is the Tournament of Arms in Star Ocean 2, which I have not played.
I've watched a friend of mine play it, so I've seen that tournament. It looks fun.
Number 4 is the Masked Martial Arts Tournament in Dragon Quest XI. This was such a fun part of the game. Oh, it was so fun. And then you fight that giant spider in the pit, and and this is where you get Rab and Jade in your party. It's their introduction. It's such a cool part. What's funny is watching my friend Loxless play through Dragon Quest XI, and he's like you, Jesse, just really arachnophobic. And he could tell that it's gonna be a fucking spider, and he actually walked off camera when it came onto the screen.
He's like, nope.
Yeah, he noped out. He came back to fight it, but the initial reveal, he was like, no. But that's one of the coolest tournament parts in Dragon Quest. No, we're just talking about number 3 is the Glitz Pit for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Such a good one.
I mean, I love that they're calling Mario the Great Gonzalez during the whole thing. It's where it's where you get your punk rock Yoshi.
I named him Little Fucker.
Little fucker.
I can't remember what I named mine.
Oh man, I mean, the first time I played, I just named him Yoshi, but I'm gonna be doing it tomorrow. I'm getting to the Glitz Pit tomorrow, so
yes,
we'll figure out something. He could be named like Ass Goose or something. I don't know.
Honk honk.
Number 2 is the Martial Arts Tournament in Trails in the Sky FC, which I have not played.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one at all.
And number 1, and I feel that this doesn't represent the specific game, but possibly the entire series, but they're talking about the Elite Four from Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's ending is always a tournament.
This is true.
It's you go through the league, and it's handled differently in different games. I think Gen 5 did the best version of it, but especially since you get through it and then there's a dungeon and then there's a whole other part of the game before you go back. But yeah. All right. Out of 10, this was better than the other one. 7 is my number that I'm giving it.
I'd say there's a lot of those games that I've not played. Yeah. And by that logic alone, I'm going to give it about a 5.
See, when I get to I kind of think, well, the ones that I do know, I kind of go by that, All right, so also from Bort, we have the 15 guilty pleasure games by a YouTuber named Totally Tubular Jonathan. We've done a few of his lists before. So these are games that are a guilty pleasure for this guy. There's 15 of them. Number 15 being Shadow the Hedgehog.
Give that man a gun.
I feel like with Shadow the Hedgehog, you find that it's when you start it, it's not as bad as you've heard it is, which makes it worse because you want it to be fucking terrible and it's just kind of there.
You want to point and laugh.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's average.
Hi, Moogle.
Number 14 is The Simpsons Road Rage. That's a good game. It's basically Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
And they got sued over it.
They did get sued over it, yeah. Sega was not happy about that. Number 13 is Deadly Premonition. Deadly Premonition is interesting. I've never played it, but it kind of looks like we got our Alan Wake off of Temu.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be kitschy and weird and kind of
really bad graphics too?
Yeah, but it's in an endearing way.
Yes, it is. Yeah, from what I've seen, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it's very. And EB just said what I was about to say. Very inspired by Twin Peaks. Yeah, I can understand that. Number 12 is Darkest of Days. Never heard of it.
No idea.
Yeah. Number 11 is Hyper Dimension Neptunia Rebirth. Isn't this the RPG where it's all girls based on consoles?
That's the one that I played. You play as basically the Saturn, and there's the Wii and the PS3.
Huh.
It's very strange.
But they're strange. But they're anime girls, right?
Yes, yes, they are.
No, whatever, right? Number 10 is Carmageddon Max Damage. I think any Carmageddon game is a guilty pleasure, right?
I do like the punny name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 9 is just a catch-all bad South Park games.
Oh. The N64 one?
Yeah, the ones on the end. Who doesn't want to occasionally fire up Chef's Love Shack?
Love
just to,
Shack.
See how bad
Get
it
that
is.
shit to work on my emulator.
It's a challenge, but it can be done.
Oof.
It's so bad, it's good.
But
I
then
tried to play that one during my my what was it, like a bad party games?
Yes, you did bad party
stream,
games. Yeah.
and I could not get it to work for the life of me.
What emulator do you use for N64?
What do I use? Hang on. I have no idea because it. Here, I'll find it.
that one.
No, I just reset my computer, so
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff isn't on my desktop where it
Yeah.
usually is. It is
Up.
Project 64.
So yeah, Project 64 is good, but there's another one called Moopin Plus, and it's better to have both of them and see like if the game doesn't run in one, just try it in the other.
Okay.
I use
afterwards.
Number
Maybe
8 is
tomorrow.
something called Crash Twin Sanity. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's
it's a Crash
one of the later
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, it is
yeah.
Okay, I
Yep.
didn't know if it was or
Yeah.
wasn't. Number 7 is Painkiller.
Never played it, but I know about it.
I'd
I
understand
only
why
know
that's
the
a guilty
song.
pleasure. Oh, you ain't the Judas Priest song?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Number 6 is Resident Evil 6.
Oh.
Yikes! Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is just like, let's try to do everything and hope you like at least one section of the game.
They really course corrected with 7 though.
Yeah, they really did.
Hmm.
In Painkiller, there's a gun that shoots shurikens and lightning. That's all you need to know. Sounds awesome to
Dude.
me. I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
for that. That
it sounds
good.
awesome. Number 5 is Dynasty the entirety of the Dynasty Warriors franchise.
Oh, 1 versus a billion.
I would say just the entire Musou genre. I thought I didn't like these type of games. And then I found out, no, I just don't like Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really didn't like Hyrule Warriors because I want to do the cool combos and kill a billion dudes, but it's telling me that I have 20 seconds to get to the other side of the map or it's game over.
Well, that's frustrating.
So
I would.
I wasn't into it. I'm like, can't I just like get there on my own time?
I hate things that are stupidly timed like that.
And the thing is, like,
you
you get there and you do the thing, right? And then it's like you try to do something else, and then it's like, but no, you have to go back there now because enemies retook the base, and it's like it's very designed around multiplayer, where you're supposed to have at least 4 people running around managing everything. Then I played Dragon Quest Heroes, and I was like, is this going to be just Hyrule Warriors but Dragon Quest? But I was like, no, there's never a time limit. You can play the game at your own pace. You can do cool shit.
Thanks,
So-
Dragon Quest.
I wound up liking it, so yeah. Number 4 is Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
What?
So why not?
See, now, I kind of had an interest in trying this after I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd do it, because I thought he showed, like, one path through the game, but there's all these other choices that, like, I want to see what happens. And then I found out that basically that's the only path you can play.
Yeah.
And that everything
Everything else stops you.
Yeah, it just yells at you.
I feel like this is an actual guilty pleasure game. Like all
Yeah.
of the others have just been like okay to mid games. This is genuinely.
Well, no,
guilty
I
pleasure.
think the South Park games
That's true.
are also guilty pleasures as well.
I'll allow it. Yes.
Number 3 is Harvester.
Harvester?
I'm
It's
not
such a generic
familiar.
title that I'm not sure if I know it or not.
Harvester Moon?
I don't know. Harvester of Sorrow. Number 2 is Outcast: A New Beginning, which I'm also not familiar with.
No idea.
I'm not familiar with the top 3 at all because number 1 is a game called High on Life.
What?
No clue.
Number 2 sounds like a PC game.
It's true, it does. But like a PC game from like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Out of 15, I agree with Elise that most of these are not really guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
They're just games that are bad or mid. I mean, most of them are just mid, though.
Yeah.
Meh.
or goofy in some, okay. Actually, I would say that maybe the Hyperdimension Neptunia might be like you might be embarrassed to play it. Maybe
You might be. I wasn't, but I could see what you mean.
I wouldn't be, but then some people be like, like, oh, you like the waifu game, which I'd be like, yes, I do. Shut up, But anyway, out of 15, no, I agree with Elise though that most of these don't really constitute guilty pleasures, but at the same time, if totally tubular Jonathan feels that they're guilty pleasures, then that's valid.
That's on them, Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 15.
I'm gonna go roughly down the middle with an 8 out of 15, roughly.
Yeah, I think I'm around about 8 out of 15.
Almighty Santa says that High on Life is a first-person shooter by the people who made Rick and Morty.
Ew.
Okay.
I'm gonna bump it up to 11. All right. Also from board, the 10 best RPG protagonists by a YouTuber named Hallowed Be Thy Game.
Oh, what a good username.
These are just the best protagonists in RPGs.
The best. The best, Jerry. The best.
I'm huge. All right. Well, we're not.
I don't know why I went there.
We're not off to the greatest start here because number 10 is Cosmos from Xenosaga.
Oh.
And the thing is that Cosmos is a robot, and she kind of just acts like a robot.
Beep boop, I am a robot.
Kind of. I mean, and also she's kind of not the protagonist.
My hackles are already raised.
She's the protagonist is Cheyenne, who I would understand if you chose her, but it's basically Cheyenne and her robot girlfriend, but you don't always have Cosmos in your party, so, I don't know, she's just a robot.
Cheyenne, you crazy diamond.
Oh, come on. Number 9 is Makoto from Persona 5. Wait, which one's Makoto?
He's not the protagonist.
Maybe
He's one of
maybe by protagonist.
Thieves.
Maybe by protagonist they misunderstand the term. Maybe they just mean good guy.
Okay. All right. I'll allow that in that regard.
We can course correct.
Because I'm looking at it, and very few of these are the main characters.
Okay.
All right. I looked up
Taking
Makoto.
It from that, then. Makoto's fine. She's the cop, though.
Oh, yeah, I know who she is.
Okay. Like, I liked her as a character.
Wait, if you're gonna pick one of the girls from Persona 5 and you're not picking the nerdy girl, then what is wrong with you?
There's a nerdy girl?
Okay, I like her, but she's still not my favorite. It's a hard pick.
Yeah.
But also my favorite Persona 5 character is from one of the later games anyway, so...
Okay. Number 8 is Claude from Valkyria Chronicles 4. I've never played a Valkyria Chronicles, so there you go. Number 7, are you ready? Are you ready to be slightly annoyed?
Sure.
Out of all the characters you could have picked from Final Fantasy VI, you chose Edgar.
Really? The womanizer? Okay. All right.
Is it just because
I
they
would say
wanted to suplex a train?
I would say no. That's Sabin.
No,
that's Sabin anyway. Yeah. What the fuck?
That is his vastly superior brother.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not say that Edgar is the womanizer. I would say that Setzer is the womanizer, and that Edgar is just flirty.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't kidnap ladies.
Edgar's not interesting enough to be on this list.
Yeah. Edgar's just kind of a generic fucking choice.
Terra, Celis, Terra, Locke, Shadow, all of these.
Fucking rabid kid.
Gao.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
And also Sabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Edgar.
There's a good story there.
He's very mid. Number 6 is Laura.
Santa in the chat. I knew a guy a guy had a thing for me that was majorly into Setzer, and I should have known at the time.
Crimson Flags.
That's a fucking tell right there.
Maybe he just likes gambling.
Infrared flags.
Infrared.
Number 6 is Laura, and I'm not familiar with Laura because they're from not only they're from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but from the DLC Torn of the Golden Country. So I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 5 is Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. Finally, an actual protagonist.
Okay.
And yes, Shulk belongs on this list.
Sure.
I mean,
Yes.
I know them from Smash.
Yeah, you know, well, okay. He's a good kid. Number 4 is Minato from Persona 3. I haven't played these, so
I haven't played Personas. I want to.
Okay, he is actually the main protagonist.
Okay,
I'd say.
at least there's
Okay.
that.
Well, maybe.
Hebe says if Setsu's in your party, you're probably on a list.
Ugh.
Maybe one of the lists will read.
Ooh. Number 3 is Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I haven't played Three Houses, so I can't.
Is that the one
comment
that
on
people
that.
don't like?
No, I think that's the one that people really like.
People
Oh.
really like Three Houses.
Well.
Number 2 is Yuri Lowell from Tales of Vesperia.
Again, with the Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah,
Well, that was a different list before.
Yeah, I know.
But still, that's
We've heard it again.
It's a popular game. And number 1, their number 1 pick,
okay.
Stock from Radiant Historia.
Huh.
Oh, I played through a quarter of that game.
It's not that everything on here doesn't belong on here. It's that there's everything that belongs on here that isn't on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was to make a top 10 RPG protagonist list, the only one of these that I would even consider putting on the list, and he probably still wouldn't even make the top 10, is Shulk.
Yeah.
Maybe top 25.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes. I mean, who would your guys pick be from like the number 1 RPG protagonist of all time?
Oh, jeez. Mario from Paper Mario.
Mario.
Because it's Mario.
We need a Paper
Chrono?
Wario.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say? You cut up a little bit there.
Chrono.
I mean, Chrono works because he's a blank slate that you can
Yeah.
impart yourself onto. It's kind of like picking Link, you know?
But he is a blank slate, so I like
Yeah.
a little bit of personality, you know?
Ramza would be my pick.
Ronza?
Ramza from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh,
He's
whatever.
got a personality. He's got an agenda. He's a fully fleshed out character. Other than that, if I was to pick somebody else, probably would go with the main protagonist, Dragon Quest XI. He doesn't talk, but he's got personality.
Main protagonist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so EB gave us a list that they wrote, which is
we didn't rank that one.
we didn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it a 1.5.
5. No, not even 5. 3.
Out of what? What was it again?
At 10. It was out of 10.
10 at 2.
I'm gonna give it a like a 1.5.
Well, actually, Moogle brought to my attention Madison, the hero of Dragon Quest V. Yeah, that kid went through the ringer.
Oh, yeah. He did. Damn.
Okay, so EB wrote a list, songs that charted years after their release in no particular order. So
Can we
sometimes
think of any off the bat?
Well, I can think of one that's not on the list, but we just listened to it in Music Appreciation, which was by Collective Soul, because we just did a Collective Soul night.
Oh.
They did a song on their album Dosage called Tremble for My Beloved, which it came out in 1999, and it wasn't a big hit single until it was featured in the Twilight movie years later.
I thought that was a Twilight soundtrack one.
Oh.
Okay. You know, because basically the soundtrack to the first Twilight movie was Stephanie Meyer's playlist.
Yeah, she's kind of not my favorite person, but she does have pretty taste
that's what I was
in music.
saying. That's what I said in Music Appreciation. I said I don't like her writing, but she has a good playlist.
She got
So I was looking at the Twilight soundtrack, and I'm like, these are all good songs. All right, well, Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley was released in 1994 and didn't chart until 2007.
Huh. Any, does it say why?
It does not. But probably from being in like every movie soundtrack around that time.
Yeah. Maybe during a montage.
EB gave that last list the dictionary definition of protagonist out of 10. I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles by the Proclaimers was released in 1988 but did not chart until 1993.
It had to have been in a movie.
That song. That was I think that was Benny and June. I don't remember. That was in a movie. So yes.
No, there's no numbers. The next one is Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. Was released in 1985. Never charted until 2022.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things definitely
absolutely
caused that.
Stranger
Yeah.
Things. That song rules, though.
Yeah.
It really fit the scenario.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Metallica's song Master of Puppets was released in 1986. It wasn't even a single, but it charted in 2022 for being in Stranger Things.
They didn't release it as a single?
It's 8 minutes long, and it was the 80s. Of course they didn't release it as a single.
Okay, I've done a slight bit of research because I was curious about that Jeff Buckley song.
Yeah?
Apparently, in May and June of 2007, Buckley's life and music were celebrated globally with tributes in Australia, Canada, the UK, France, Iceland, Israel, Ireland, the Republic of Macedonia, Portugal, and the US. I don't know why they decided to do this as a it was 10 years since his death.
EB also said it had something to do with Shrek.
Oh, boy.
So maybe it was in a Shrek movie as well?
Yeah, I wonder if All Star is going to be on here.
It's not.
Oh, good.
It was number 1 on the iTunes chart after being performed by somebody on American Idol in 2008.
That's another way to give a song a shot in the arm.
That's true.
Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen was released in 1976. Did not chart until 1991 in the UK and 1992 worldwide.
And what movie came out then?
Wayne's
Freddie
World.
Mercury died.
Yes.
Wayne's World. It's party time. It's excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody was a single, but it was like a double long song, so...
They thought they were crazy to release it, you know?
Straight Outta Compton by MWA was released in 1988, but didn't chart until 2015.
Was that when the Straight Outta Compton movie came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
I'm surprised that it didn't chart before that. That was a big fucking song.
It was.
The Sweetest Thing by U2 was released in 1998, but didn't chart until 2001.
Interesting.
I think this might have just been in a commercial.
It sounds very commercial-y.
Being in like a Coke commercial.
Yeah, I feel like it was something like that. Yeah, it was a commercial.
Didn't Bono write this song as like an apology to his wife or something like that?
He should write an apology for his last few albums. And finally, What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong was released in 1967, but charted in 1988. And once again, I believe this might have been because of a commercial.
I think so.
Super Mario World.
Super Mario World. Alice sent a list that's on archive.org, so it doesn't show a preview. So let me click on it to see what the deal is here.
Top 5 prolapses. Picture.
Oh, no. Oh, I remember Alice told me about this. It's like a ranking of the James Bond movies, and they assured me that I would absolutely hate this list.
Oh, no.
The problem is that it's a slideshow that's on archive.org, so it doesn't load all that quickly. But okay, I'm just going to run through it as quickly as I can because Alice has already told me that this list is god-awful as far as a ranking of the James Bond movies. For example, the worst one they pick is The World Is Not Enough, which
that's one of I like that one.
My thing about
the first best one though.
I think it's not good, but at the same time, it's definitely not the worst.
It's not Die Another Day.
Die Another Day is the worst. And then License to Kill, which was awesome. So what the fuck?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So that already it's bad. Octopussy was more mid than bad.
Yeah, it's forgettable, which is in a way kind of worse.
The Man with the Golden Gun.
Are these like the worst ones we're seeing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going from worst to best.
Got it.
The Man with the Golden Gun, I think, is god awful. I think it's worse than most of these.
I think it's just kind of boring.
I mean, the only good thing about it is that Christopher Lee's in it.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Waiting for it to load. The Living Daylights was another one that was awesome. Do they just hate Timothy Dalton, and that's why he's near the bottom?
Sounds like it. Rude.
He was good for what he did.
A View to a Kill. I feel like people were just tired of Roger Moore, and they didn't give it a chance. I mean, I
think Roger Moore was tired.
Yeah, he was tired. But I mean, you have Grace Jones and Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
And the Duran Duran song. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's such a good song too.
I love it. I
I
love
forgot about it. Is good.
Can we do Duran Duran for music nights one of these days?
I'm gonna add it to the list right now because
Hell yeah.
that's a great. I mean, not for the next one, obviously. We're doing Bob Dylan coming up, but there. All right, I've added it.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tomorrow Never Dies, which I feel like that should be like more towards the top middle.
Right. It's a good mid, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's upper middle class.
There we go.
Moonraker. I barely remember most of it.
It's got Jaws, and he's kind of fun.
Yeah, for like 3 seconds.
Ace.
How is Die Another Day at the halfway point?
Wow.
Wow. No.
This movie was.
on.
I saw this in the movie theater. I remember walking out like, "What the hell was that?" I feel like Krusty the Clown after seeing Worker in Parasite.
So obviously,
the hell is that?
This list is old because it's a archive.org. When?
Yeah,
was
it's from.
written?
Yeah, this was by Entertainment Weekly, and it was 2006.
Okay.
By the way,
So
what do you think?
Ones.
So like, based on the terrible taste that they have, what do you think like their number one pick is going to be? It's going to be something weird, right?
Doctor No.
Well, maybe they'll redeem themselves with Goldfinger. That's a pretty good one.
I feel like you're both going to be right in a way. That's going to be like the top two. Diamonds Are Forever should not be so high up on this list. It was really bad and really homophobic.
Good song, though.
Just not good.
Yeah,
at all.
but
Yeah.
that's the one that Sean Connery came back, right?
No, it's the first time he came back.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. The first time.
For Your Eyes Only, it's about where I put it. It's good.
Better than Diamonds Are
Yeah,
Forever.
it's good. Yeah. The Spy Who Loved Me, that one's good as well. I think that should be maybe more towards the top, but
That is not as good of a Bond song.
Almighty Santa, it was a bit racist because wasn't Sean Connery supposed to be like a quote Asian unquote?
You're thinking of You Only Live Twice.
You only live twice. There's a lot of movies, okay?
Wait. From Russia with Love is here at 14 of 21. It's literally like the best one from the old ones. Oh my god.
I like Goldfinger more, but
off.
Oh my god. Now, well, Alice did warn me it was gonna be a bloodbath here. So.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, it's taking a while to load.
Taking a load.
Okay. GoldenEye is at the 15th position here.
Yeah, I definitely put it near up
good.
in the upper echelon.
Yeah, definitely a good one. Dr. No. So I expected it to be. It's okay. It's good. It's not great, but
it's fine.
Yeah, it's about where it should be. But I feel also that I thought it was going to be higher just because the list is so shitty.
Yeah, basically.
Moogle asked if Rat Pack came out with this list. On Her Majesty's Secret Service is like definitely my favorite one. So that's tough.
I remember that.
I know Lazenby hadn't grown into the role, so he was a bit stiff, but the actual plot was really good.
The movie itself.
Also, Diana Rigg.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And that
Diana
soundtrack,
Rigg.
The song by Louis Armstrong. I mean, Thunderball is on here. It's not that good. It's not better than On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The Tom Jones song is impeccable, but
yes,
yeah.
But it's the kind of movie where while I'm watching it, I'm fine. But then after it's over, it's like I don't want to watch that again.
Yeah. It's too much, yeah. Live and Let Die, really? That should have been lower down, but it's good, but it's not. It's not
that
Roger.
Song.
It's not the best. The song is awesome. It's not the best Roger Moore one though.
Now I want to do a ranking of Bond songs.
Yes,
I would love to see that. You Only Live Twice is on here. Not as good as the book, that's for damn sure.
Never read any of the books. I'm sure they're very different.
I read the ones that Ian Fleming wrote, at least. They're different, except for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That was like a 1-for-1 adaptation.
Oh.
At the top pick is Goldfinger, so you called that one, Jesse.
Goldfinger.
Max Power. He's the man with the name you want to touch, but you mustn't touch it. His name sounds good in your ear. Out of 21, I give this a 3.
Whoa. Yeah, this is all over the place. I'm gonna give it like a 5.
Yeah, I'm here with 5.
You know, there's a
That was
reason.
great, but some of them made me laugh.
There's a
Yes.
reason that Entertainment Weekly's URL is ew.
Nice. Very nice.
All right. Moogle ranked all the Jackbox games.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah. So there's 46 of them that he ranked from worst to best with very brief descriptions of what they actually are.
A lot of these I don't know.
Well, that's why I asked for description, because I was talking with Moogle privately, and he said, should I put descriptions for people who don't know? And I said, yeah, please do.
Yeah.
All right, so number 46 is Weapons Drawn. It's kind of like Clue, but you draw the weapon. That actually sounds fun.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
EB gave that, I don't know, James Bond movies out of whatever. That's valid as well.
Very apathetic.
Number 45. Well, I mean, if you're not into it, you can be like, yeah, these are certainly a lot of titles.
Yes.
Number 45 is The Devil in the Details, where you get a bunch of demons to do household chores. Yeah, that doesn't. Moogle says Weapons Drawn is too long and he sucks at it.
Fair.
Number 44 is Bidiots, where you draw pictures and then have people bid on them.
Okay,
I feel like
is good in person.
I feel like that has the some of these are all going to be better in person. I feel like that has the potential to be really fun.
Just hope you have some good people.
Yeah. Number 43 is Non-Sensory. You're supposed to draw something and then there's percentages and shit. I don't get it.
Thinking? Ugh.
Number 42 is Trivia Murder Party. Trivia, but with traps. And I see now, I know it's low, and I know a lot of people...
I know this one.
I know a lot of people like Trivia Murder Party, but I actually agree with Moogle. I'm not big on Trivia Murder Party because I don't like the randomness.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
I don't like where you'll get a question right, and then it'll just be like, but we're going to fuck you over anyway.
I begrudgingly accept.
Or when the wrong answer is not the right answer is not selectable. You know the answer, but you can't select it.
Yeah, that's like, come on, man. I know what it is. Don't make me look dumb.
They made a second one, Trivia Murder Party 2, that is way better.
Okay.
Huh.
I haven't played a lot of the more recent party packs.
I haven't played the recent ones either, but I'm familiar with some of these. And he goes, okay, so number 41 is Lies Water. You have to guess if it's the truth or a lie with bugs going splat. Oh, Lie Swatter. You swat the lies.
I know this one. I like this one, actually.
I'm more familiar with Fibbage, which I find to be a blast.
Fibbage,
I love
Fibbage.
Fibbage is amazing. Number 40 is Guespionage. You have to guess the percentage of various activities people do. I actually find Guespionage very fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like espionage a lot.
Yeah.
I see a lot of like people on Twitch, like they get the Twitch chat to participate.
Yeah, of course. They'll have the audience and everything. Number 39. I mean, I stopped streaming Jackbox because we'd get too many like random assholes coming in.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It got tough. Yeah.
You have to basically stream it under like games, the most general heading ever.
Games and demos.
What I usually do is I only allow people that are in the Discord to play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 39 is Quickstory, which is trivia, but as Tetris, where you have to put things in the right order. That sounds tedious.
And I like the trivia games.
Yeah. Number 38 is Patently Stupid. You draw various doodads and the like, and whoever gets the most money wins.
I've played this one. It, again, works better in person, but it's still not great.
Number 37 is Word Spud, which is a word association game.
I like that.
Number 36 is Dodo Remi. It's a rhythm game where birds represent various instruments, do the song well, or a big flower eats you. It sounds like a friggin' Sega game from the 90s.
Yeah, right?
I played this, and we actually did pretty well, but I didn't really have the most fun playing it.
Gotcha. Number 35 is Champed Up. You draw various challengers, so who best represents the prompt. I love this one. Champed Up is so fun.
So good.
I don't know it.
Oh, it'll be like it'll give you a prompt like to draw like a baby superhero, and then you draw that, and then the other person draws it, and people decide which one is better. But then it'll throw a monkey wrench into it randomly, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's
It
really
can be
fun.
very fun.
Number 34, and people can change their votes at any point, so it can get pretty like wild. Number 34 is the poll mine. Teams have to figure out the order of things via a poll.
I don't
Sounds-
know that one.
That sounds like it might be more fun in person.
Yeah. Yep.
Number 33 is Trivia Murder Party 2. Yeah, it's just
There we
basically Trivia Murder Party, but without the suck. It's way more fun.
I haven't played the second one just because I didn't really like the first one.
All the things you don't like about the first one are gone. Like, they listen to people. Number 32 is...
Oh no! My computer just did the thing!
We can still hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
We're hearing you, Elise.
we can hear you. Don't worry.
Wait. She's still online.
Maybe she can't hear us.
She might have got a blue screen, and... Because last time it happened, we heard her say, "Oh, fuck."
Yes.
And then
And
she
that
went
was it?
offline. But she's actually still online.
Huh.
So there's a possibility she might be able to come back. We're just going to have to power through it at this point. Elisa's been having these severe blue screen problems.
And BSODs.
I think I might have to call her up at one point and see if I could walk her through the process of testing her RAM, because if it's not Windows, it's probably the bad stick of RAM.
Time to update.
Yeah. Well, it happened to me, and I tested one stick, and then I tested the other stick, and one of them came back as bad, so I had to replace the one stick of RAM,
Oh, damn.
which was not that bad to do. All right. Well, we're going to have to continue. We were hearing her for quite a while, and she's actually still online. I'm actually going to disconnect her from the call so that if she does manage to come back, that, that she doesn't have any issues there.
Okay.
All right. Number 32 is Time Jinx, which is a history trivia game. Cool. Never played it.
I mean, I would be terrible, but I'd like to participate.
Yeah. Number 31 is Civic Doodle. The way that Moogle describes it is help the mayor who sounds like he escaped from a SpongeBob episode come up with some civic art. I find this one to be really fun.
So it's very wacky.
It's extremely wacky, yeah.
Maybe. I'd have to try it.
Yeah. Number 30 is Hypnotorious, which is a secret identity game.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing.
Shrug, never played it, never heard of it. Number 29 is TKO 2. If you've played TKO, this is the sequel. You draw t-shirts and you give them slogans. It's where Dickles the Bee came from.
I do like TKO making t-shirts.
Dickles the Bee. Because I drew a bumblebee as one of the drawings, and then Barrel wrote the word Dickles as one of the slogans. And I asked him, I was like, did you mean Dickless and you didn't spell it right? And he's like, no, I meant Dickles. And then somebody put that on a shirt and everybody voted for it, and I was like, I took a screenshot of it, and that became... And it's the Dickles the Bee emote is the exact same drawing. It's like from the screenshot. So he's become our... And then the voice came later, though. I'm Dickles the Bee.
Yes.
Yes. Clearly, you do not know about Dickles the Bee. Number... At least he called it TKO. For the longest time, Moogle kept calling it T-shirt KO.
T-shirt. Beating the fuck out of them t-shirts.
Yeah, I know, right? Number 28 is Dictonarium, which is a game where you have to come up with words for a dictionary of nonsense. This sounds like my kind of thing. They're all putting Dickles emotes in.
There he is.
I'm going to put one as well. Dictononsense. Number 27 is bracketeering, where you create a bracket and you see where things don't fit. Oh, wait, hold on. Elise is back.
Oh.
Hello, Elise.
hi!
Hey.
We were actually able to hear you for quite a while.
I
Yeah.
can hear you guys too. It's my
Oh.
computer thing, so
Wait.
like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, because we heard you go, oh no, my computer did it again, and we're like, well, we still hear you, and we just hear you going, oh no, shit.
Oh no.
I kept trying to respond because I could hear you guys. You sounded like you were glitching out into the Matrix. It was hilarious.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I disconnected you so that we could see when you came back. So
Yeah.
there we
Thank
go.
you.
Okay, so we're up to number 26 here, which is the Wheel of Enormous Proportions, where you take trivia, mix in Wheel of Fortune, add a snarky wheel profit.
Oh,
That actually sounds fun.
Like to play that one,
Sounds
yeah.
fun,
I like Wheel of Fortune, you know. So.
Number 25 is Fixie Test. 2 teams create responses to text messages without backspacing or deleting.
Oh God.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
I like
challenging.
this idea. I like the idea. Yeah.
My nightmare.
Number 24 is You Don't Know Jack 2015, which is classic You Don't Know Jack. Number 23 is Role Models. People have to guess which of the categories fit you. That sounds fun.
Oh.
I feel like I've played that one, but I don't remember
I haven't
anything
played
about
it, but it sounds good. Number 22 is Push the Button. Have you ever heard of this game called Among Us, but with drawing and other things in there? Fair enough.
Okay.
Number 21 is You Don't Know Jack Full Steam, which is more, the way that he puts it, more classic Jack.
More classic
Jack Mama.
Classic Jack.
I absolutely love this one, Blather Round, which Moogle describes as like Pictionary, but without the drawing or Kirk's dingy bullshit.
What?
I think he's referencing Kirk Cameron, but Blather Round is amazingly fun. Basically, you are given three prompts, and you choose which one you want to pick. Like it could be like you'll choose like let's say The Legend of Zelda, and then you have to describe it using a patchwork of words that they give you.
Oh.
And people have to guess it. And then as they're guessing, you're continuing to give clues and give feedback to the answers. Like you could say it's nothing like this, or this one's kind of on the right track. It's basically, the way they describe it is the guessing game where you can't talk too good. Because it like you'll have like The Legend of Zelda, and you might be able to describe it as a story about a green person.
Oh, geez.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like that, you know? And it's always like a story or a person or something like that. And it's like really hard to... I found it to be a blast to play with a group of people. That would be in my top 10.
Cool. Wow.
Number 19 is Monster Seeking Monster. Yeah, I don't like this one.
I don't know that one.
I did not have fun playing it.
Dating game with monsters, but they all have like secret powers, and it's like you send text messages and you match with them, but then you're trying to get the most hearts. It's basically like, what if Mario Party was crossed with Tinder?
Oh.
And then like halfway through, all these powers kick in.
Yeah, and it's like it to me, it has never been fun. I've tried to play it many times, and I'm just always like waiting for it to end.
Yeah, like when can we play something else?
Anything else? Yeah. Number 18 is Madverse City, where you try to come up with a word for rap battles.
That one's fun.
If you're good at Madverse City, it's amazing. If you suck at it, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
But you have these robots doing battle raps, and you have to fill in the blanks to make it, to make it good, and then people vote on who won the rap battle. Number 17 is Joke Boat, where you come up with prompts to tell jokes for a questionably sus captain.
I've played that one. I didn't really like it that much.
I don't have this one, but I played it on somebody else's stream, and I thought it was okay.
It might help if you're kind of a jokey person, but if you're not,
well, if you're not a jokey person, you're probably not playing Jackbox.
Yeah.
Number 16 is Drawful. Drawful is basically just Pictionary. I think Drawful is really fun.
It is quite fun.
I like Drawful.
Yeah. Number 15 is something called Roomerang. You play as contestants on a reality show, and you come up with traits for your character.
I've heard of this one, but haven't played it.
Yeah. Number 14 is Fibbage 4. You guessed the we all know what Fibbage is.
Yeah,
it's just they keep making more because it's Fibbage and Quiplash are the two most popular Jackbox games.
Yep.
Number 13 is, it says Drawful again. It says I already added this one. I think one of these is supposed to be Drawful 2.
Okay, probably
the
second one or the one.
Drawful 2 is the better one in my opinion.
Okay, I haven't played the second one.
Yeah, Evie says only Moogle would add the same thing twice and then note that it's a repeat. I think he meant one of these to be Drawful 2. Which is interesting because Drawful 2 is not in one of the Jackbox party packs. It's like a separate game.
A separate purchase?
Yeah. But it is a Jackbox game.
I think they gave it away briefly on Steam
during
for
COVID.
Free.
During COVID they did, yeah.
That's why I have it.
Number 12 is Junktopia. You make up names and backstories for a wizard who turned everyone into frogs. Various knickknacks.
Oh.
I don't think the description
cool.
is doing
Don't
it
know
justice, but it sounds fun. Number 11 is Fibbage 2. Yep. Number 10 is something called Job Job. You get a work-related prompt turned into a wacky refrigerator magnet text.
Huh?
He might not be describing it all that well, but it sounds like it could be fun.
Potential.
Number 9 is Drawful Animate, which apparently you can animate your drawings.
Oh my god.
Sounds fun. Number 8 is Fibbage 3. Number 7 is Earwax, where you match up sounds to go along with a prompt. You pretty much have to play this in person.
Yeah. That one's really hard.
Number 6 is Quiplash 2. Number 5 is... by the way, the best Quiplash is 3, if you've ever played it. Number 5 is Split the Room, where you pick which horrible scenario the person puts in you'd rather do. It's actually fun.
Oh, no.
Actually fun, yeah. Number 4 is Quiplash XL. Number 3 is TKO. Number 2 is Quiplash 3. And number 1 is my absolute favorite as well. I agree with Moogle. Survive the Internet.
That's a good one.
My only issue with Survive the Internet is I will set it up and I will very explicitly explain to people how the game works. And then the narrator will very explicitly not only explain, but demonstrate how it works. And then people will just not get it until they've played it a few times anyway. But what you do, Elise, it's... Okay, so you'll be asked a random question. And you answer it honestly. You're not supposed to be doing jokes. That's the one thing that people don't get. They think it's Quiplash and they put a joke in. You're supposed to just answer honestly. And then somebody else gets your response to whatever the question was completely out of context. And then they have to do various things to embarrass you. Like it could be, this is your comment on a news site. And then they have to come up with the news article that you're commenting on that makes you look bad. And then everybody votes on who looks the most foolish. Who got roasted, right? So, like, for example, like, Jesse might get a question like, what do you think of spiders? And then he says something like, I hate them.
I think they should all die.
Yeah, I think they should all die. And then at least you would see the prompt, and it has Jesse's name on it, and it just says, I think they should all die. And then you're supposed to write an article that he commented on. So it could be something like, a large donation made to Children's Hospital.
Okay.
And then,
they should all die.
Yeah, and then Jesse had comment, so then everybody would vote on who got it the worst.
Who got roasted?
So it's an exercise in savagery, and you know who's really good at it is Riddle.
Oh.
Riddle almost always wins. Like, I'm pretty good at it, but Riddle is amazing at it. And when Riddle's playing, it's like, oh my god, everybody's just gonna get fucked. Okay, so out of 46, there's a lot that I haven't played, so I'm basing this on the descriptions, but I mean the top 3 are pretty much my top 3.
Yeah, it sounds more... things make more sense the closer to number 1 you get.
There's a few near the bottom that I think they sound fun, but, out of 46, Moogle plays a lot more Jackbox than any of us do. I'm going to take his word for it on some of these. I'm going to give it like a 38.
I was going to give it an even 30. 30.
Dumbass was good at it, but Riddle was better.
I'm going to say 33.
Because Dumbass would cross the line.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Don't do it.
There you go. I should play now that I could do the drawing games out of 46. Maybe we'll organize a fun night where we could all, just on Discord, doesn't have to be a stream, Just have fun with it. Okay, so here's another list from Bort, which is from another YouTuber named Psylocke Hawk.
Huh.
And how was Moog at Jackbox? It would depend on the game. This is gonna piss us off because I didn't look at the list, but I saw people. I don't look at it.
I'm not. I can just tell by your voice.
Yeah, but it is a Pokemon list. How did you know that?
I thought you said.
I just said it.
Pokemon that shouldn't exist.
I didn't even say it yet. I was about to. I said it's from YouTuber named Psylocke Hawk.
Yeah, you didn't actually. Okay. I didn't actually know.
No, I hadn't yet seen it, but I did see people responding to it, and they were not pleased. Like Neth was really angry, and Neth worked for Nintendo. Neth is like the biggest Pokemon fan I know.
Yeah, this is true.
Top 20
So
Pokemon that shouldn't exist.
Okay, Pokemon that shouldn't exist.
I personally think there's very few. Like, if you could delete any Pokemon from existence, there would only be one that I would delete.
Oh.
And it's Lopunny.
Low-
Okay. The thing about Lopunny... Okay, so there are several Pokemon that people want to fuck.
Oh.
And I don't agree with people wanting to fuck Pokemon, but I also can't control what their urges are. But Lopunny was designed to be that way.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a... It evolves from Bunnery, which is like this cute little rabbit thing, and then it becomes like a rabbit woman.
Sexy rabbit
Yeah.
thing.
And it's based on the idea of a Playboy bunny.
I'm looking it up on
Oh, no.
Google.
No.
Just
Oh.
regular. Just do regular.
I have safe search on.
It is.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting official art, and I can see
No,
where...
right.
Okay.
So that would be the... And there are other Pokemon that people want to fuck. And I like people want to fuck Gardevoir. I think Gardevoir's amazing. I love having Gardevoir on my team.
And Gardevoir at least looks more like a human.
Well, none of them
Not
look
really.
none of them
They don't
look
look
human, but at the same time,
particularly
but here's
human.
the thing: like I will protect Gardevoir from the gross fats, whereas on the other hand, Lopunny, straight in the trash. But I really couldn't think of 20 Pokemon that I don't want to exist. You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
are we talking about Pokemon genocide here?
Well, I don't know. I think they're just... I don't know. We'll find... Okay, so number 20 is Solosis. What's your problem with
Fine.
Solosis?
It's fine.
It's a giant single-cell organism. That's so cool.
Whoa, like a big jelly thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it has like a mitosis thing where it's 2 and it's called Duosion, and then it becomes like this big creature thing called... what was it, the last thing called?
Oh God.
Reuniclus.
Yeah.
Number oh my god,
something.
they did my dude dirty. Number 19 is Kofagregis.
Yo, get fucked. Kofagregis rules.
Kofagregis rule. Okay, there's only one problem with Kofagregis, and it's the name.
You can't trade it.
You can now. They fix that.
Oh, they did. Oh, that's
Yes, they
nice.
fixed
Sell
that.
these.
Kofagregis.
I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look these up as you name them.
It's like a sarcophagus ghost type.
It's a living sarcophagus.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
ghost type, but that's a cool. Notice these are both Gen 5. The only issue with Kofagregis is for the longest time you were not allowed to trade it unless you gave it a nickname, because there's a certain sequence of letters in there that is a big negative buenus, but that's like an oversight. Number 18 is Togekiss. Let me guess, you got wrecked by one online.
Togekiss is just a fun tank that has a crazy voice. Its call is wild.
Oh, wait, you use it as a tank?
At least I have. Like Pokemon Go. Which doesn't count.
Okay, in the main...
It's a
Okay,
tank and go.
okay, so it has this ability where the chance of an additional ability being procced is doubled. So, for example, Air Slash, which has a 30% flinch chance, now has a 60% flinch chance.
Oh, that rules.
So, give it Thunder Wave and start the Power Flinch mind games so that you'll be faster. Power Flinch, Power Flinch, Power Flinch. Togekiss will destroy you. I used one in my Fairy Monotype team to great effect. Although I had it holding I was so trolly. I had it holding the Assault Vest so that it could take a poison jab.
It looks like a spiky, wingy cloud.
Yeah. Spoink is number 17. Wow, the Gen 5 hate is real. Spoink is cute, though.
I thought Spoink was Gen 3.
No, you're right. It is Gen 3. I was thinking of the other pig.
That is a weird idea.
Yeah. Number...
Yeah.
This is a living creature.
Yeah. Number 16 is Chandelure. That's Gen 5. Wait,
It's Gen 5.
do they have a thing against Gen 5, or do they have a thing against ghost types?
A chandelier Pokemon.
Chandelure fucking
Yeah.
rules, okay?
Yeah.
Chandelier Pokemon.
Yep.
right.
Number 13, they put all 3 of the original genies in there. Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus.
I mean, I don't like them, but I don't think they're bad.
I like Thundurus. The other 2, not so much. There's a new one, Enamorous, but
Enamorous, yeah.
number 14 is Wormadam. I mean, are we picking on the Route 1 bugs now? Is that what we're
It's a shit
doing?
bug. Who cares?
Are we picking on like the grubs that you catch early on, and you know?
Mm,
Wait a minute. This is a Pokemon?
Yep, Wormadam's a
yeah.
Pokemon.
It
Number
looks like
Leaves
a.
based on
It
a
looks like a.
bagworm?
Looks like a collectible.
it does look like a collectible. Number 13 is Clink Clang. A lot
Oh,
of
fuck
another
you.
wait, more Gen 5 hate. A lot of people really just like bitch about the Pokemon that are based on objects, but like Gen 1 didn't fucking do that.
Yeah, like Gen 1 didn't have
Yeah.
fucking Tango.
Number 12 is Patrat. Are we picking on the Route 1 rat that nobody cares about, really? That's
If you're gonna pick on the Route 1 rat that nobody cares about, there's like 6 of them you could go with, and you choose Patrat?
Patrat is not that bad. I don't know. I think
Also-
Sentret is the one I don't care about, but then it
Yeah.
evolves into Furret, which Furret is awesome.
Yeah.
Design-wise.
Is Patrick wearing welding glasses?
It certainly looks like he is. Patrat to me looks like a...
Watchog evolves into Watchog, which
Watchog,
wears like a
yeah.
safety vest, which is extremely cute.
Yeah, but it does have the
Oh.
goggles on because it's a safety Pokemon. It looks like a Mario jobber villain. Like they would just jump on him and move on, you know?
Like alongside Monty Mole or something?
Yeah. Number 11 is Licky Licky. I don't disagree with Licky Licky's existence.
Licky does suck.
$5?
I disagree with its design. Its design
Yeah.
is really shit. Because it evolves from Lickitung. And Lickitung has a big fucking tongue. And then they evolve it into Licky Licky and considerably less tongue. It's just got this little blep.
It downgrades.
And it's got a big old belly.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around. Combi is number 10. Let me guess. You
Oh.
couldn't catch... Wait, you couldn't catch a female one, so you got mad, put it on the list, right?
Maybe?
That's what it
Good.
was. Only the female ones evolve.
Huh.
So that's why.
I can understand Salandit because Salazzle has a much lower
Salazzle's
rate,
one of
in
my
opinion.
favorites.
I love Salazzle.
It's the
Well,
same rate.
well,
It's the same.
like
It's the same
Birch.
rate. It's the same 25%
Yeah, it is the
rate.
same.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're
I've
both.
always had
Yeah.
better luck with Combi. Go figure.
Number 9 is Probopass.
Okay.
Oh, is
I
that
get
the big
Probopass.
nose? I know that one.
Yeah.
I knows that one.
Well, Nose Pass is the little version. Probopass is the big one.
Yes.
It's dumb, but I don't dislike it that much. It's useless though.
It's got a mustache.
It does have
It's
a mustache.
ugly.
Number 8 is Tangrowth. No, we need Tangrowth. Otherwise,
Tangrowth's pretty.
we need Tangrowth because otherwise Tangela might be the most useless fucking Pokemon in existence. Here's this bundle of spaghetti from Gen 1 that doesn't evolve into anything and isn't any good. So they gave it an evolution that can actually be a pretty good grass-type tank.
This guy sucks.
Looks like a shrubbery.
Pretty much, yeah. Number 7 is Amoonguss. Really? Why Amoonguss?
Amogus?
This is
Amoonguss.
just generic as hell.
It is generic, but number 6 is Love Disc. I actually kind of low-key agree that Love Disc is really kind of worthless.
This is valid.
Yeah, Love Disc doesn't
sucks.
like it doesn't it should evolve into Aloma Mola, but it doesn't.
It should. You're right. You are 100% right about
It's
that. and
not
you should say it.
good for. This is the thing you get to finish your decks.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, it's a sideways heart. I get it now.
Yeah. Number 5 is Rotom. Who hurt you that you put Rotom on
I
this
love
list?
Rotom.
Wait a minute, it's just the Gen 5 hatred again, right?
Yeah.
Who hurt
Gen
you?
4.
Rotom's Gen 4. Oh wait,
You
it's
can get
the other forms are Gen 5. That's what it is.
I
Yes,
think
I believe
Rotom
so.
looks kind of cool.
There's
rules.
a bunch of different Rotoms, and most of them are introduced. in
I
Gen 5,
see
yeah.
this, and they all look pretty cool.
No, because it's
Almighty Santa, that's a good guess.
because
Or a good,
the base is a ghost type, but then it's ghost electric, but then it becomes like the refrigerator is ice electric, the fan is like flying electric, and so on. It's the idea of it's a poltergeist that haunts different objects.
That is
It's great.
It's really cool.
I love it.
And by the way,
it becomes the Pokedex later on.
Yep. The Pokedex is a Rotom. But here's the great reference. It is based on a poltergeist, and the first time you can get one is out of a television.
Yes.
They're here.
They're here. Yeah.
Number 4 is Muna. Who hurt you? Did Gen 5 hurt you? Show me where on the doll that Pokemon Black and White hurt you, Mr.
That sounds
Psylocke
like a
Hawk.
dweeb.
Gen 5 is like probably the best gen.
So I love Gen 5. The only thing I don't love about Gen 5 is the encounter rate. But that's it.
It is a lot of
rules.
counter rate, but how about the story though?
It's great.
It has
I
one of my.
typed in
It's poignant. It's touching.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
I typed in Muna and I got anime girl.
No, MUNNA.
UNNA.
Oh, I typed in MOONA.
The only thing about Muna is that it's slightly just like a. Well, see, this is the thing about Gen 5 is that a lot of them were like versions of the Gen 1 Pokemon in a way. Like Bouffalant is like a Tauros,
Yeah,
you know.
but it's
Muna,
because it's supposed to be like a soft reset of
yeah,
sorts.
exactly. It was supposed to be like a jumping on point for the series. So Muna is like the Drowsy of the game. So there you go.
Okay.
But I mean, also I'm a sucker for title smashes in a game, where the ending smashes to the title, and Pokemon Black White has one of the best ones ever done. Like where you see N, who you thought was the main villain but wasn't, and he's riding away on whichever legendary dragon you didn't catch. For me, it was he was on Zekrom, and it just. And it does that donk, and the logo appears, and it just says Pokemon Black version. I was just like, yes, that's so fucking cool. All right, number 3 is Klefki.
Oh,
I mean,
Klefki's just fun. It's not good, but it's fun.
Okay, design-wise, it sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it,
but it's super fucking useful in battle because of the good ability and all the. I mean, it's your spikes and stealth rocks and a thunder wave guy. It's your setup Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's a fairy type.
Just jiggle them in front of the enemy to distract them.
Yeah. Number 2 is Garbodor. Everybody's got to hate on my boy Garbodor, big old trash heap Pokemon.
It's a pile of garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, it evolves from Trubbish, who's kind of cute, and then they but Garbodor. Yeah, he's a trash bag. I mean, how is he any different from Muck? He's I mean, because Garbodor and I'm sorry, Trubbish and Garbodor are the Grimer and Muck of Gen 5.
Trubbish is a little bit cuter, I guess.
Oh, Trubbish is adorable. Number 1, I knew it was going to be another Gen 5 Pokemon. The one that everybody bitches about is Vanillux.
Yo, go fuck yourself. Like, Vanillux is great.
It's not the first Pokemon to be based on food. So
and vanilla ice cream, okay.
Yeah, Vanillux. it's also the last one in the evolution. Like I don't know why Vanillite and Vanillish get a pass, but Vanillux is too much for you.
In Gen 1, we very clearly had Voltorb, which is based on an item.
Yeah, it's a Pokeball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Vanillux is actually really good.
Huh.
But they wouldn't know that because there's
not
chumps.
there's not that many like pure ice types that you could just use without like having major caveats to it. Like as far as like the mid-gen bear that you could ice type rather you could use, the bear tick is kind of slow, and there's just Vanillux rather is it's got a good ability. It can do a lot of the things that Alolan Ninetales can do without having the crippling weaknesses that Alolan Ninetales has. It's fast. It hits pretty hard, like it's a good Pokemon.
Better have that ghost refrigerator around.
And Rotom Frost. Yeah, but the thing is it's not pure ice, it's ice electric. Yeah, so out of 20
It sucked. 1.
I'm gonna give it. I'm giving it a 1. I think that Bort knows to send me lists that that he knows I'm gonna hate, and to hear us all dunk on it. Yeah, 1's all around, huh?
I don't get it, so I'm giving it a 7.
I have one more submitted list here before I go to my telephone, and I say it is also from Bort, and it is from a YouTuber named Lokludane. Just imagine that in all caps. Lokludane RPG. At least it isn't David Inc. RPG. That guy sucks.
All right.
And it is top 10 broken RPGs. Now, at a glance,
Hmm.
I think what they mean is kind of confusing. Because some of these are broken in the sense of they have various glitches and they don't perform the
Like
way that they're
mechanically?
supposed to. Yeah. And some of these are easy to break.
I guess the
So-
term broken, you can take it
Yeah.
a couple of ways.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, so number 10 is Fallout 2, which there's some
I like
issues.
Fallout 2.
There's some issues in the code, that's for sure. You sure can break the shit out of Fallout 2.
If you wanna, yeah.
Number 9 is The Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I've never played this, so I don't know.
I've seen gameplay of it, but I haven't seen it being broken.
Yeah, I don't know how you break it. I mean, it's a turn-based RPG. It looks like basically Final Fantasy, but it's The Lord of the Rings. So I don't know the context there. Number 8 is Suikoden 5. I played this not super long ago,
You did.
but is it broken? My only issue with Suikoden 5 was that for some boss battles, it would randomly jumble around where my party members were, which was very problematic with characters that could only really be effective from the front row or characters that could only be effective from the back row, so I had that issue. But other than that, I don't think it was broken. Number 7 is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I have not played yet.
You'll get there.
I'm playing X, so we're getting there. Number 6 is Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. Yeah, these are broken. these are fucking broken.
I will agree.
The psychic type is so ridiculously overpowered, and that's without the glitch that prevents ghost type moves from working on it.
There is just a lot of weird.
There's a lot of mechanics that don't make any sense. There's some things that are just straight up wrong. It was the code was held together by spit and tape, and believe it or not, the retail version was never tested.
What?
Because
I didn't know that.
So there was always supposed to be 150 Pokemon. And at the last second, the guy who created Pokemon realized that he had just enough room to slide in another one, and he added Mew to the game. And then the ROM went out, and they never tested it.
Wow.
Yeah. And you think, well, he's just adding a Pokemon that you can't even normally encounter, so what's the big deal? Code is like spaghetti. You start pulling on it, shit goes flying.
There's also that famous unknown
The
Pokemon
unknown
or
glitch,
the...
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This game is broken to the best way. I mean, it's so broken, and I love it.
I've seen some speedruns of people doing wild things.
They go out of bounds. They glitch through walls. It's wild. And even just playing it, it's so easy to become overpowered. That's why my most recent playthrough on YouTube, I decided to do no weapons and no armor and no items.
Unchy.
No weapons, no armor, no items. Which was rough because it meant the only way I can heal was through the fairy familiar.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I did it though. It was fun. Number 4 is The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Is it broken?
It's so broken. It's a Bethesda game.
This
Of course,
is a broken one. Meh.
it's a Bethesda game. The first ever speed run I ever saw, and Morrowind is a game that is designed to be played for weeks, was about 15 minutes long. Somebody else then did it in 7 minutes by abusing how broken the alchemy skill is. The alchemy skill is so broken. So basically, okay, this is how it works. You create a potion that boosts your intelligence. You drink the potion. Then you make another intelligence boosting potion. But this one's better because your intelligence stat is higher. It becomes exponential. You get your intelligence up to about 2,000 or so.
Whoa.
And now any potion that you create is God mode. How about speed boost? Just run over the whole map and fill out in about a minute.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. Or just any kind of stat boost. But the one that I used was luck boost.
Luck.
Yeah. There's a character in the expansion called Gaynor, is a wood elf that you meet, that if you interact with him in any way, you will have to fight him 3 days later. And he's really strong, and he has good armor and a good weapon. But he also has a luck stat of 777. The normal cap is 100.
Whoa.
So basically, he cannot be hit. And every time he hits you, it is a critical hit. So
Damn, dude.
So he kills you. So he was a trolley thing that the developers did. So what I got my luck to about 1,200 in one shot at him. Like, you basically become invincible when your luck is that high.
Wow.
Number 3 is Final Fantasy II. This is broken in both senses of the term. Yeah, 2 is a mess. I do enjoy, especially the remakes of Final Fantasy II, but if you just know the trick of picking up that blood sword about halfway through the game and saving it for the last boss, he becomes so trivial.
Hey, that is what I used in the Pixel Remaster.
Yeah.
Blood Sword.
You find that blood sword that has like no stats, and you just keep it. You wait till you're gonna fight the Emperor, and you put it on, and he just dies in about 5 hits.
Yeah, he just melts.
Yeah. Number 2 is Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm playing this game. Is it broken? How is it broken? Tell me how to break it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm having fun with it, but I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. And the number 1 pick for most broken RPG is Final Fantasy VIII.
8, really? I find that game tedious and boring.
It is, but you can break it through the card game. I do know that. I just don't have the fucking patience for that card game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, out of 10, yeah, there's nothing on here that I severely disagree with. There might be things about Suikoden 5 that I'm just not aware of. EB says Final Fantasy Type 0 is also really easy to break.
I would say for this one, based on the different types of breaking, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'll give it an FF7 out of 10.
FF7! Do you know how fast I killed Sephiroth in the run that me and Evie did?
How quickly?
Well, okay, so the first form didn't get to hit me.
Wow. All right.
And the second form did not get to cast his big supernova thing.
Damn.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, he's done. That's it. We didn't even get through, like, we almost didn't get through a full loop of the song. You know.
Well, at least you got to hear it once.
All right, we got a little time. I know Elise has to leave at 10:30, and I didn't want to go much later anyway. I have something here from Parents Talk. It's 40 plus. Who knows how many there are? We'll just do as many as we can. Mildly infuriating posts that get our blood boiling.
Good way to end.
Yeah. Mildly inflatable. Inflatable? What am I doing?
What?
Mildly infuriating. I'm sorry, I'm getting a migraine. Mildly infuriating posts.
Inflatable Sonic.
So, Tristan Cooper points out an issue with the release of classic Simpsons episodes on Disney Plus. They are in cropped widescreen format. This means you miss out on tons of great visual jokes, like how Duff, Duff Light, and Duff Dry all come from the same tube. You literally cannot see the tube pouring into them in the Disney Plus version.
I noticed. I saw that there was like an option for widescreen on the old episodes. I'm like, really?
Alice is saying that they fixed it.
Okay.
All right, so here's a text exchange where the person says, "Hi there, I just wanted to reach out and send my condolences as somebody who's redacted mentioned her grandmother passed away yesterday, sending love and some heart emojis." And then the reply, "No, she did not. Both of her grandmothers are living and healthy."
Oh, so what was that all about then?
Somebody was trying to get out of work.
Oh, it was a teacher.
Oh.
It was a teacher. So that the parent.
Somebody was trying to get out of class.
So the parent was letting them know, no, the grandparents are alive.
Got 'em.
Oops. I wouldn't say that's mildly infuriating, though.
Maybe to the kid.
Here's this, maybe. Well, maybe to the teacher that they felt bad enough to text the parent and then found out that they were lied to. So, yeah. Okay, so this is terrible. This is a sign in a bathroom. It says, stop. Ladies, this toilet is to be used for peeing only. If you need to create a smell, please use the plaza toilets upstairs or the toilet across the road at Ridges. Please have respect for your fellow workers.
What?
Don't shit in this toilet?
Yeah.
I would shit in it every day.
It's a toilet. It's meant for shitting.
I would Metamucil that shit.
I would eat asparagus and garlic dip and whatever I can think of to make it smell worse.
All those pungent foods.
I would eat so many Brussels sprouts.
That is such a callback, Jesse. Nice job.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts are delicious. Here's another text exchange. Let's see. When we leaving? How bad do you want to go to this? I mean, we've been looking forward to it. Do you not? I was wondering because I wanted to go with Michaela. All right, cool. Do that then, but telling me an hour before is kind of a dick move. I invited you before we got together, and I kind of forgot. I'm really sorry.
Ooh.
So they were supposed to go to this thing, and this guy's like, but I want to go with my new girlfriend.
Ooh. That is a dick move.
That is a total dick move. Here's a tweet from Asia McLean Chapman who says, my point is if 80 people never testified, how would little old me even know about them in 2010? If they weren't presented at trial, how would a member of the public know about such a thing? This would be better if I knew what the hell she was talking about.
Yeah, I'm a little lost here.
Yeah. Oh, this one's a classic with the landlord that painted over a cockroach.
Ew, really?
Yeah, just painted over the motherfucker.
Oh, I've seen that one
You could still see it, the outline there. Yeah,
it's weird because it's lazy, but you're also doing work by painting.
Yeah, but it's more lazy than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an imaginary exchange. Netflix. Should I play this movie? No, I'm just looking at it for a second. I'll put it on. I'm literally reading what it is. It's playing. Netflix is like that.
It do be like that.
Yeah. Here's another text exchange. How many miles? 170,000. How long have you owned it? Any particular reason for selling it? Are you interested in buying it or knowing my life story? It's a 25-year-old car. Those are reasonable questions I would expect most people to ask when interested in buying a car like this. I mean, that is reasonable, right?
I mean, the car itself has lived a life. You need to know.
Yeah, 170,000 miles? That's wild.
Wonder how much they're charging.
Unfortunately, we don't know. Here's a sign that's up on an ice cream. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a Dunkin' Donuts. It says, "Dear customers, please be advised that there is a charge of $1 for no ice in all iced beverages."
Excuse me?
That can't be real. That can't be real.
That's got to be to that specific
Tim Allen
location.
and Home Improvement over that one.
That's some bullshit, and I'll tell you why. Because they have a specific measuring thing that they use to pour those, to make sure that it's the same amount every time, regardless of how much ice is in there.
Yeah, because I like no ice in drinks. So
yeah, I agree with EB. If a car is 25 years old and it has 170,000 miles on it, they should pay you to take it.
Drag it away.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've seen this one and it pisses me off every time. So apparently, I gotta give the backstory here so you understand. This person's boss requires them to text them when they're sitting at their desk to make sure that they're on time.
Well, must have been a reason.
Yeah, no, the boss is a dick. That's the reason.
Oh,
so
shit.
the first text is at 8:29 a.m. That's important, and it says, "I'm at my desk," and then the reply comes 5 minutes later at 8:34 a.m. "You are late. Thank you." What? I'm late? Yes, your day starts at 8:30 a.m. Yes, I messaged you 5 minutes ago. Nope, you messaged me at 8:34 a.m. I just sent you a picture of my message where it says 6 minutes ago. I'm not going to argue. I have 8:34 a.m.
Ugh. Ugh.
If I was working at a place and they said text me when you get to your desk, I'd say no.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Just no.
You know.
Burn it down.
Yeah. No. I'm an adult. I'm not doing that.
I am an adult.
All right. Here's a tweet.
I drive a Kia.
I did drive a Kia at one point. So.
Yes.
James here says, clicked on make a reservation at a restaurant's page and it opened FaceTime and started calling them. I cannot stress enough how much I do not want that to happen. Why would that be a thing?
That's a bad auto call right there.
No, why would that happen?
FaceTime.
And that reminds me of when we were trying to set up like the Council of Tolkien things, and we were talking about it, and this is when we were still figuring. Sid and Matt were still figuring out Discord and how to get it on their computers and such, right? So so at one point, Sid figured out Discord pretty quickly, but Matt, I had to walk through it. And at one point, I have one on Discord and the other on the phone, right? And Matt says, I could just do a conference call with you. And I said, how do you do that? I don't. And he says, it just says here, I can add you to a FaceTime call. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's a thing. I can't do that. And he's like, yeah, no, it's easy. And I'm like, it's not going to work, Matt. And then Sid finally says, isn't that an iPhone thing? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, we don't have iPhones. You're the only one here with an iPhone.
Oh.
He had no idea that it was an iPhone thing. He thought everybody had FaceTime.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so here's a text exchange. It says, it just starts with somebody saying, and I believe it. You better. How was your day? I can't complain. Work was pretty stressful, though. Glad to be off. I'm in a shower. I'll text you when I'm out. And then a long paragraph. Honestly, Diamond, you seem like an amazing woman, but I don't think we're compatible. You ate the whole something salad, which isn't ladylike. Makes me feel like you're greedy for food, and I need a woman who knows when to stop eating. Oh my God, they went on a date, and he's bitching at her for finishing a salad?
Oh, shut the front door.
There's more, but I just realized what's happening here, and I'm horrified. You know I meal prep and go to the gym daily. I just feel like you'd be overweight in the near future. I still want to hang out, but that bothered me. I almost exploded. Over a salad? It's a salad! It's healthy. I love your vibe and energy, though. You're perfect. It's just that one thing, plus it was our first date. You was supposed to have butterflies, and how could you eat that much?
What?
Fuck you.
At least he let her know that he's a dick after the first date.
Yeah, better to dip out now, you know.
Here's a sign on a window. It says, windows must remain closed at all times unless an emergency. Tampering with window locks or opening windows is prohibited. Why?
Well, I want to know this story.
I'm trying to understand that. It doesn't look like it's in like based on the picture, it looks like it's some fucking person's house. I mean, maybe it's a group home or something.
Kind of weird.
I don't know. Here's a tweet from something called Pop Crave. Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress has reportedly been damaged after being worn by Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. The dress now shows signs of tearing, and several crystals are either missing or hanging off of it.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, I remember that. But I don't know if that was her fault or what, but that definitely happened.
I mean, it must be a pretty old dress. Just saying.
Yeah, it might have just been falling apart.
Yeah, you know?
Let's see.
Cut her some slack. She's had
Oh my God.
life.
This picture. Okay, I can't show you the picture, but I'm going to describe what it says. My sister and I had an argument, and she's chopped the bristles off of my toothbrush. Why?
Wow.
Bro, if you're mad at somebody, that's some next level revenge, though, isn't it?
That's kind of great.
Like, I'm just gonna
petty revenge.
I'm just gonna take the scissors and just cut the bristles off your toothbrush.
What you gonna do now, huh?
Leave you with nubs. That's wild. Okay, here's another text exchange. Call me now. We've got an issue. Dude, chill. What's up? You remember the cookies you baked for the fundraiser? Yeah, apparently everyone loved they. Did they? The principal collapsed. They found nuts in the cookies. You said they were nut-free. No way. I triple-checked the ingredients, plus I'm allergic too. So, it's not explained there, but apparently the principal forgot to mention that he's also allergic to coconut, so it was all the principal's fault for not disclosing his food allergy.
Oh, no. Coconut.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cocoa nut.
Yeah, but nut allergies don't usually apply to coconut allergy. Is something completely
it does not.
Separate. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh. What? I don't know. Well, this one is so censored, I can't tell what's going on, so I'm going to skip it.
Oh.
Okay, what do we have here?
You can bleep my bloop.
Yeah. They can go bleep themselves. This person, it's a text exchange that shows like the lint trap on a dryer, and it's got like all this lint in it. And it says, could you please clean the dryer? Too much hair from your dog. And then the reply, we're not cleaning the balcony until we move out June 30th. Unless you pay us back June rent, then we'll clean the balcony for June 1st. And you should not enter the property because you didn't ask us. We're still your tenants and it's illegal. Wait, so basically the landlord broke into their apartment when they weren't there and checked their lint thing in their dryer and sent a picture and bitched about it? That's a dick move. And then his reply is to say, please don't argue.
Well, you got me tied up here, you know?
Like, but what are you doing in there? That's fucked up.
Landlord moment indeed.
Yeah.
That's a list somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so it's let's see. So this is a text exchange with the boss. It says, please return to work. There is no one in our department if we're both on lunch. And then this person says, I started at 7 a.m. though. I take my lunch at 12. Seniority privilege. That's not going to change. Sorry.
Wow, fuck off.
I mean, like, well, then I'm not going to change what I'm eating right now, so you can blow me. I mean... This is written on the side of a pizza box. It says, any delivery charge is not a tip paid to your driver. Please reward your driver for their awesomeness. Our drivers don't have extra cheddar. They carry less than $20. I mean, okay, the last part I understand is about robberies and such, but what is the delivery charge then? Why are you charging for delivery
if it's not going to go to
the driver doesn't
making the delivery?
If the driver doesn't get it, why are you charging for that? That
like, it's not like it's your car, right?
Yeah, no, they all they have to use their own cars, so they should get that. They should get that fee, and they should get any additional tips. Pizza delivery is like one of the most dangerous jobs there is.
Yeah.
You got to go to all kinds of interesting places and meet interesting people.
All right. Let's see. Here's another text exchange. Oh, this is from Tinder. It says, you matched with Jason. Happy Tuesday, Jason. Did you have a good long weekend? And then he says, accidental swipe. Too old and something. Sorry. And then she says, what the actual fuck? And then he says, also cute that you're undecided on kids at your age. Delusional. God
damn. Cold as ice.
That's... Now, Jason from The Good Place would never say such a thing. He would be trying to hit that anyway. He doesn't care.
Oh. Just straight up rude.
Yeah. Oh my god. So this is from a website, not a website, what do you call it? An app for a restaurant that apparently if you enter a large tip, it gives you an alert that says, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is mighty generous of you, but tips can't be more than 50% of your food's total.
Oh.
Why not?
Yeah. If you're feeling extra generous.
This is a $10 order, so you know what I mean? So that means if you can't give more than $5 to the driver or whatever.
That's
no,
ghoulish.
Dude.
Why are they doing? Why would they do that? Why would they limit it?
What do they care? What do they care how much tips that they make?
Yeah,
That's
it doesn't affect them.
That's horrible. That's not mildly infuriating. That's incredibly infuriating.
Most definitely.
All right, so here's an exchange on Reddit. The names are redacted, but let's see. It's interesting to see how much less obnoxiously men react to this sort of thing in comparison to women. I don't know what they're reacting to, but it's obnoxious to not want to get groped by creeps. What is wrong with you?
What?
And then this person says, the guys don't want to be groped either, but their reaction is pretty mild to moderate. For women, the reaction would be moderate to extreme. I'm just interested in why. It might be because the men have more to worry about generally, so... What? So something that's mostly trivial doesn't upset their whole apple cart. Or it could be that women recognize that their body is one of their primary sources of value. I think Sean wrote this. And when someone tries getting a free grab, women perceive it as having some of their values stolen, sort of like being mugged.
Ew.
And then the person replies with what we're all thinking, God, you are gross.
Yeah, exactly. Ew. These people exist.
They do. That's the unfortunate thing. Oh, no. So it's a picture from like Snapchat where this person shows their yard and then a yard next to them where there's obviously a party going on of some sort, right? And there's all this blue confetti crap that's in their yard.
Oh, crap.
And it says, "It's a boy. Blue stuff is not ours. Yard is." So they had one of those stupid gender reveal parties and got this blue crap all over their neighbor's yard.
That shit is dumb.
And it looks like confetti, which is like really hard to clean up.
Yeah, like, am I going to take my vacuum outside?
No, because it's like in the dirt and everything. All right, we got to be ending, and I don't know how many more of these, so I'm gonna read like one more.
Okay.
And we'll just give it like a what do you call it? A letter grade.
Letter grade?
Oh God, an Airbnb invoice. Those are always infuriating.
Really?
Okay. Oh yes.
Yes.
Well, here's what. Okay.
Yes.
So imagine you book an Airbnb, right?
Okay.
And it's the going rate is, and you don't have to do the math. I just want you to guesstimate here. It's $262.50 for 2 nights.
Okay.
So what would you say the total is?
Wait, $262 for 2 nights?
$262.50 per night for 2 nights.
Oh, well, like, whatever that is times 2.
That's two.
Yeah, $525, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you know that there's some fees involved, so how much do you think the total is? Fees,
I'll say
taxes.
maybe 600 most.
$1,211.73.
Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
So some of these make sense. There's a service fee of $116.
Sure.
Whoa.
There's $149 of tax.
Whoa.
And then there's the host fees. This is where it gets weird. There's a damage waiver, that's $30. A resort fee, whatever the fuck that is, that's another $30. A booking fee, which is $101, and then a cleaning fee, which is $260.
God.
So, yeah.
I don't even have like normal words for this. I'm just mad.
Yeah, we don't need normal words. We need advanced words. Like Farfignugan, but the opposite of Farfignugan, because that means eternal joy. Most of these were at least a little bit infuriating, and some of them were very infuriating. I will give it an A-.
Yes. I think that's a valid and fair assessment.
I'll give it a straight A.
Hey! It was gonna happen, right? Hey. Okay, so yeah, that's the list critics. Elise has to go in like 8 minutes, and I'm getting tired anyway. And I have lots more lists here, but we'll get to them when we get to them. And of course, we'll take more submitted lists and such. Let's go over the streaming schedule for the next week or so, and then we'll go ahead and do a raid. So here's what's going on, guys. Tomorrow afternoon, and this is fun, we'll be playing more of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door for the GameCube. Saturday night, more of Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U. Sunday night, more of Castlevania Curse of Darkness for PlayStation 2. Monday afternoon, more of Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper for just Street Fighter Alpha 3 for PlayStation. Tuesday night, more of Chronicles of an Edgelord. I turn a Noctis for Steam. Wednesday afternoon, we'll be returning with more of Super Mario Brothers Wonder for the Switch. And then Thursday night, a week from today, we'll be back with the Council of Tolkien. I'll have Matt and Sid with me, and we'll be discussing all sorts of different topics and such. So we'll be doing that. So anyway, let's go over... Am I going to pick the right one? Oh, there it is. Let's go over here and see who's online that we could raid. Who getting raided today?
Raid!
Remember those commercials, man? Raid kills bugs dead.
Dead.
I'll raid the cheese ball, I guess.
Cheese ball.
Man, she is on some old school shit because she's playing Zelda 2 today.
Hell yeah, best game.
That's old school for her. She hadn't played. I haven't seen a Zelda 2 stream in a while from her, is what I'm saying. I found out that she's friends with one of my other friends. Just like because I was like, remember when I first met Cheeseball and she knew you?
Yeah.
And I was like, my friend Armageddon. I found out she knows Zophar too.
Oh yeah, Zophar. Yeah. I've seen them in chat before.
Well, I did. Zophar's pretty new to Twitch, and I've been friends with him for a long time, but he disappeared from the internet for 20 years.
He had a domain.
he did have a domain. The so far, yeah. You know, so like when we were catching up, he mentioned the cheese ball, and I was like, "You're friends with cheese ball?" It wasn't everybody I know on Twitch just happens to randomly know cheese ball. But let's go, Raider. Let's see. It's the cheese ball, not just cheese ball.
The.
All right, let's see. Let's do. I can't think of anything witty right now, so.
I can't think of anything witty right now.
So I'm just putting the Gibbs emotes, and it says Borf Borf. I can't think of anything witty.
No Dickles?
No, I'm gonna do Gibbs this time. So there's your raid call, guys. We'll copy that, paste it as we head into Cheese's stream. Like I said, she is playing Zelda 2, Death Mountain right now, all that good shit. So we'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys on Discord. Tomorrow is Paper Mario, and we'll just see you around in general and all that habdadgery.